Yeah, where life gets real. It doesn't get any more real than that. Good morning. I am Gregory Joseph. Welcome to Mean in the Morning. That would be I. Not every morning, but pretty much on Tuesdays and Thursdays I am, just for the show itself. No, that would be a lie. It's all the time and every time. It is, geez, what time is it? It's 7 minutes past the hour. It's 8:07 here on the West Coast. And of course it is now it changed, 11:08 on the West Coast. I'm sorry, on the East Coast. See, I got times everywhere. So none of them are correct, and neither are we, but that's okay. Nothing PC here except for the computers. So welcome. Like I said, I am Gregory Joseph, and this is WGAT, and it's 88.7 FM. For those that are going to listen to it a little bit later on, I'm going to be joined by my partner in crime for today, which would be Amex. That's Silvana. She's a Brooklyn girl. Don't mess around with her. And she is also one of our admins. So she stepped in and is going to hang out with us for the next couple of hours as we go over some of these people are unbelievable. Some close to you, some not. But when you give a guy like me a mic, I'm going to tell you, trust me. So just it's never ending bullshit that you see with these ads and not even ads, just like the different articles and that kind of thing. And some of this is common sense. Some of it might not be to some people, which is even messed up. But I think you'll agree once you see what I'm talking about. But if you've ever been or have ever listened to or watched any of the previous episodes we have, I think we're on number 8 now. You'll understand why. It's just basically calling people out like, why don't you just use your brain? Seriously, use your brain. And the people that say they have thick skin that do not, you have crepe paper skin, admit that you do and either get it thicker or go away. Seriously, enough of the wet nurse bullshit. It's incredible. Some of it, and I'm not talking about just here. I'm talking about anywhere. I mean, people go, "Yeah, I can handle it," and then they fall to pieces. And it's comical because like, how did you even get this far? It's 2025. You will fall flat on your face if you don't adhere, and basically, you got to adjust to life. You know what I mean? You go back in your hole. Oh, I have trauma from years ago. Who gives a shit? It's 2025. Time to move the fuck on, don't you think? Geez, well, I can't or I don't. Well, that makes you weak. Sorry, but that's what you are. Now, either get the help that you need if you understand that you do, or don't. But stop bitching about it and stop complaining about it because nobody wants to hear it. Trust me, from me or anyone else. Honestly, I've never seen, and I'm talking about mostly on these articles and the people that you see, and they do it in these trauma dumps and everything. And a lot of people agree, but they're afraid to say that I'm not afraid of shit. So I will tell you, this is the kind of things that I see on there, and it's been going on for years. Just like it's common sense stuff for the most part, it is, and I'm in awe that people can be this stupid still, and I just we like to read this stuff and just kind of assess it ourselves, I guess you could say, because it's kind of funny. Oh, by the way, good news is right on schedule. That little patch of grass right outside the window where I am, yeah, they're out there with like a humongous lawnmower for that little patch of grass. Like I said, they're hourly, so we commend them for that. But that's pretty cool. Every Tuesday and Thursday, right in line with when we start the show. So how cool is that? In any event, let me bring in my co-host because she is she's waiting in the wings right there, and we'll bring it in right here. We'll take this off the screen, and boom, there's Silvana live from the great state of New York. Good morning.
Good morning. What's going on?
Uh, just your regular. I open up my eyes and I'm still here.
That makes two of us.
Oh my God! Just every day, these people are dumb. Anyway, so thanks for joining me today. And for those that don't know, everybody has a nickname around here. Solana is Amex. She doesn't leave home without. I don't leave home without her. Look at that. I'm like half awake. I need more coffee. We'll have to grab a
Me
Keurig.
too. Always room for more coffee. Always.
I only had one this morning, which is like that's like a starter set for most
Yeah,
people.
that's no bueno. No bueno.
I need
You need at least two.
I want one right by my bed. How awesome would that be? Just
That would be fabulous.
a little midget waiter that comes over and says, "Good morning, deep plane," and it just hands you coffee.
I always said that if I were to hit big money, I don't want a pool boy. I want a coffee boy.
Coffee boy.
That's what I need in life, a coffee boy.
Not me. I'll take a coffee girl, but still, I get
Well,
your idea.
listen,
I get the
whatever
point.
floats your boat.
That's what floats my boat. End of story. Anyway, so, but yeah, I get your point. That's definitely a good thing.
Yeah,
So
the
we are.
hell with the pool.
Yeah, I don't need like a freaking, what do you want? Like a cabana boy to like put copper tone on you still? What's going on? And
I
can I
want
have
a
the
coffee
exclusive?
boy. That's it. Make me coffee any way I want.
Any way you want it. Yeah, Journey sang about that.
Exactly.
They were talking about coffee, I believe. But anyway, all right, so we'll move on. It's we're live on YouTube, which is at Beat Machine Radio, and I believe on Facebook as well. Not that anyone gives it about that, but we are, because I didn't change it and I don't care. But that way people can watch it later on. You get a lot of Gen X that are on there, by the way, on there. They can barely turn on a light switch, Gen X, and we want to convert them. Yeah, good luck with that shit. So, I mean, it's not everybody, but I'm like, forget about technology and everything. So instead of converting them, we cater to them. There you go. Problem solved. So there you go. Oh, unbelievable. I mean, you get what I'm saying.
I
So,
do.
all right. So let's dive into the news. Let's do an article or two, a little bit of current events in, and we'll take a quick break after that. And don't forget, for people that, well, you'll see the ad in a little while. We have a special, 4th of July special. That's tomorrow. It's all 80s tomorrow. It starts at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Obviously, 1 o'clock on the West Coast. But it is going to be, and it's going to be the entire day. We're raising money for independent radio. We're going to be running those as the entire afternoon and into the early evening. Nothing but 80s. So it's going to be a lot of fun, not just rock either. It's going to be a little bit of everything. And those are usually a lot of fun. That's tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern. That'll be streaming from my page, which is at WGAT Meme Radio, which is on Twitter or X, whatever you still call it. And of course, it'll be on 88.7 FM on the East Coast in that section of New Jersey. So, yeah, for WGAT. And then, of course, our regular 70s, 80s, 90s, which is Gen X Radio, baby. That is Saturday. And we'll have Candy Crush back for Saturday. So that's good. Thank God. So that should be a lot of fun. So 70s, 80s, 90s this Saturday. That's 8 o'clock Eastern, live on the air at 88.7 FM and streaming on X. And then also this Friday, which is actually tomorrow, 4th of July. So it creeped up on me this year. All of a sudden, boom, 4th of July.
It
I mean,
really did.
right. I mean, I knew it was coming, but it was just June 15th, and then all of a sudden, boom, 4th of July. And you could buy fireworks are legal here, like to walk into like a store and buy them. I think I was telling people in the DM room about that as well. Yeah,
That's great.
just buy some bombs. Yeah, and I like your response. You're like, I don't care if it's legal or not. We're blowing shit up this week.
Always do. It's Brooklyn.
And throwing shit off the bridges. Fun stuff, man. Rock on, baby.
Exactly.
There we go. This is Savannah's favorite T-shirt. There it is. See that? There you go.
That's definitely for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna have that made into that makes a nice stocking stuffer as well. So there you go.
Sounds
Uh,
great.
yeah, yeah, it's nice. I like it. I used to have one above my desk that said, "I drink coffee for your protection." People like that, so it's good. That's true. Don't mess
E-
around. Leave me alone.
Exactly.
I'll get it one of these days. But anyway, so we'll change that on. All right. So let me look and see what we have. What is going on today? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Let me go down here. All right. So what do we got here for Mean in the Morning? Like I said, thanks for joining us. It was kind of like a last second thing, moving around different things and this and that. But got to remain consistent. We're only ever a couple hours. So anyway, let me look and see. And then when I find something good, I could even share my screen as well before we go to our first break here. All right. So let's see. Nah, nobody cares about soccer. I mean, I know it's the most popular sport in the world, but not my world. I don't give a shit about soccer. I really don't. Immigration, education, abortion, or notable deaths. Wow, what a nice, what a nice choices we have right here. Immigration, education, abortion, or notable deaths. Okay,
Interesting.
I believe so. All right, I got to go into notable deaths. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know any of these people, so it's not noteworthy for me. But just so for an update, they're dead. Just figured I would tell you. I'm just saying. I'm just reading what's on here, which is good news because I heard they buried them, so that's good. Let's go over here. What else do we got? What else do we have today? Nobody cares about notable deaths. It's not that notable. It's always a lot of bullshit that they splatter onto uh, the front page of stuff. Of course, it's always politics. It's just always, always, always politics, and then a bunch of stupid shit. I want to know about other stuff. So let's see. There is 139, excuse me, 139-year-old company filed for bankruptcy, marketing latest from iconic brands. It looks like they're showing. Oh no! And I kind of like this brand, Del Monte. Everybody knows Del Monte, not just in Del Monte. I'm sure you have something in your cabinet that has Del Monte on it, right? Or no?
Possibly.
Possibly. You know what the hell you
Yeah,
bought.
possibly.
Shit, it's in there. Anyway, so let's look. Let's see what else we got here. Blah 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 blah. All right, let me go back up here. It says Del Monte Foods, a 139-year-old California-based company filed for bankruptcy on Tuesday. The canned food producer is among the latest century-old businesses to file amid uncertain economic times. The company filed its Chapter 11 bankruptcy through the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the District of New Jersey. That's right. It is. It's here. It's in Jersey. Well, where I'm from. It says in its release, Del Monte said it will be pursuing a value maximizing sale process as part of an overall strategic balance sheet restructuring. The hell does that all that mean? You got the money or don't you? You gonna borrow? You gonna borrow it or are you going under? What the fuck does that even mean? Value maximizing sale price. You see how they use this bullshit wording? Knock it off. Just what are you doing? Are you going up or are you going down? What's the story? Can I still get my string beans? Is I guess the American wants to know, or their peaches in a can. I want to know about peaches in my can. All right. So it says, why does it matter? Del Monte's filing a spree of bankruptcy filings by businesses that historically stood the test of time and operated for more than a century. The uptick in bankruptcy filings could indicate larger economic distress as inflation, tariffs, and fears of recession all contribute to lower consumer demand. Do you agree with that? Do you think that there's lower consumer demand or
I I don't know. I really don't. I mean, people change their minds quickly about things, and I think even though canned foods have been around for a long time, I've never been a fan. But I
well,
don't know.
some things are necessary in a can, I would think, but not all things. I wouldn't eat out of stuff like on a regular basis, but some of things, like I don't know, I can't even. Does nothing really comes to mind really quick. Maybe beans, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm buying beans in like the produce section or bags of them and like soaking them down for 2 days outside with consuela and shit like that. I mean, there's certain things that you have to get in a can, I would think.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that would probably be one of the few things that I would get in a can.
Well, it says that, well, this company's been around for almost 140 years. But it says a spree of bankruptcy filings by businesses that historically stood the test of time, operated for more than a century. Well, when they say uptick, that just means that more than a few, I would think. That's just fancy wording right there. It says, what to know. Del Monte said it has secured a commitment for 912, oh my God, 912.5 million in debtor in possession financing, which includes 165 million in new funding from certain existing lenders subject to court approval. So they're going to try to save this thing because otherwise, why would you? Unless they're going to use that money to pay off their their lenders and their creditors, that kind of thing. I don't. That's not really clear in here, but it says this is a strategic step forward for Del Monte Foods after a thorough evaluation of all available options. We determined a court supervised sale process is the most effective way to accelerate our turnaround and create a stronger and enduring Del Monte Foods. With an improved capital structure, enhanced financial position, and new ownership, we will be we will be better positioned for long term success. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit. I mean, this is the way that it's worded, but remember, they're very PC. These people when they write this shit up. So um, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all fancy, fancy bullshit.
And well, it's canned vegetables, and even Newsweek reached out from it says here for a comment via email. It'll still be able to. They said they'll be able to operate business as usual, based on motions subject to court approval. That's like the most ambiguous statement ever. I don't even know, is that good or bad? I,
You going under or not?
yeah, Let's be straight. Well, I mean, they don't want to panic everyone, but then again, it is on the news wire, so everybody's going to know about it. So, um, let's see, Canada's Hudson's Bay Company also filed for bankruptcy after 355 years. The company was founded in 1670 and lasted centuries after transitioning from fur trading to retail, but ultimately couldn't survive the shift to e-commerce. Yeah, because you don't want to go on eBay or Amazon and be like, I got to buy some fur. Who's got muskrat for sale? Like anybody? Raise your hand. The
That would be
trappers.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm a trapper, and I'm trying to sell my shit on eBay. Well, who needs beaver skin? Yeah, they couldn't make the shift to e-commerce. Do you think? Oh my god. Yeah, some stuff is just good for trading. That the trading post. You can't. You just can't. All right. So we're gonna end up going on a little break here. I'm gonna go grab coffee. Apparently, you need some, and we're going to both wake up a little bit more. And it's sad though, because Del Monte is. I mean, since I was a little kid, you know what I mean. Del Monte, and even prior, been around for a very long time. That's kind of sad. That's an American company. It's right here in New Jersey, so that kind of aggravates me. But yeah, after 140 years, that's that, huh? That's it. You're gonna have to make your own peaches and can them and that kind of shit. I don't know. So
That's one of my least favorite things to eat. Peaches. I hate peaches. I don't know why. I just don't like them.
okay, whether they're in cans or whether it's fresh, like from produce, either way.
Exactly. I don't know what it is about. I
What
think
about
it's the
plums?
texture.
What about plums?
Plums aren't bad. Fresh ones, anyway.
Okay, you mean not the rotten ones? Gotcha. Check that box off there. The hell does that mean? All right. Anyway, so just
I'm
fresh
talking
ones.
about like you go to the produce store and you get
Yeah.
like fresh plums, not stuff that comes out of a can.
Yeah, they well, you don't like eating anything fuzzy. Is that what you're trying to say? So you don't want any peaches because peaches are fuzzy. She's anti
Pos-
fuzzy.
Possibly that could be it.
Oh, that's it. Which that begs the question.
We're going down a scary road
Oh
now.
my God, there's not even roads. Where we're going, there are no roads. Okay, we're gonna take a break. That's right. When I think of Silvana, I think of two things, and one of them is she doesn't like eating fuzzy. Do we got that straight out there, people? I just want to be
Yes.
clear. All right, just wanted to make sure. So, all right, that's good. For myself, I'm okay with peaches. I mean, I don't eat them every day, but when I go down to get peaches, I go. You know what? Everything I say is going to be offensive. Let me go. All right, so we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and I got to go grab coffee. Savannah's going to do the same thing, and then we will be back with Mean in the Morning. It's live right here, the day before 4th of July. Gee, could I have to clear my throat any more times? When we're off the air, I won't need to do it once. That's how life works. But in any event, we'll be right back. It should be more interesting. And if you have peaches out there, eat fresh, baby. There's still right one from Subway.
Radio show on New Jersey 88 WGAT, where the spirit of the 70s, 80s, and 90s comes alive. Relive your favorite hits with the man himself, Jersey's voice of choice, our own Gregory Joseph, and celebrate the unforgettable soundtracks of Gen X. Join us for music, memories, and much more. Don't miss out. It's the ultimate trip down memory lane. Don't be a lazy bastard and rock on, baby. Turn the volume and let the music take control.
Well, we're not going to have any music in control, but I definitely will try to. At least I will attempt to. All right. So, welcome back to Being in the Morning right here. I am Gregory Joseph. You are not. I'm joined by my Silver Bell, aka Amex. That's Silvana, hanging out with us this morning on the day before 4th of July. That's July 3rd to everybody else here in the States, right? 32 minutes past the hour right now on the lovely West Coast right here. It actually rained over here yesterday, which happens like twice a month, if that. I don't know. I'm still trying to catch up to the time change and everything being on the West Coast for right now. 11:32 in New York, which is where our lovely lady right here, Silver Bell, is, and Katie in the house too. AKA Chickpea. Yep, she's with us. She's well, maybe she'll stop in. I don't know, but she's definitely here. We'll put up. See, she knows Gen X rules, baby. Yep, I own that now. Hashtag Gen X rules. That is trademarked by Mean Machine Radio. That is I. And speaking of, let's bring her in. We're gonna add. We'll have even more fun now. There she is. Look how cute that little picture is. Hi, Katie. Good morning. Can you hear us?
Good morning. Yeah, I can hear you guys well.
All
Good
right, good.
morning.
Yeah. So, all right. So there we go. We have Silvana, and now we have Katie here. So this is great. If the Super Bowl was on, I could die right now. This is wonderful. All right. So, yep, Gen X does rule. All right. So this is what we're doing here. We're meeting every morning. Well, I am. I got more coffee. This thing takes forever. This Keurig machine is freaking retarded. I don't know. So we're just kind of winging it this morning. Which, for those that don't know, I wing it every morning because if I have to get up at 5 o'clock and do this shit, oh my god, it's crazy. But got to do what the people want. All right. So let's get back to, and I will share my screen in a minute or two. But we just got done talking about a Jersey company, which makes me sad. Del Monte, 139-year-old company, files for bankruptcy, marking latest for iconic brands. You know, it's like the end of an era when you see stuff like that. Not just in New Jersey. I mean, Del Monte is everywhere. It's in California. It's in the Midwest. It's everywhere, and it's kind of sad that that's going down. We're going to see. Maybe they'll try it. Maybe they're just going to grab money from lenders just to try to pay off their debts and their creditors. Maybe they'll try to make a comeback like another New Jersey company when Hostess. Remember when? Does anybody remember back during COVID when Twinkies disappeared for a while? Do you girls remember that or no? It was like 5 years.
I do.
Yes.
That was like a stab me in the heart. How do you take away Twinkies? I was like, no, I don't
No
care.
devil dogs for you.
Oh my God,
I
stop it.
remember people even like making Twinkies, trying to find the recipe, like going crazy.
Good luck with that shit. And it's like one big house cake, and it looks like shit. You can't do it right. It's just like, and they try, so they brought it back, and everybody was like, yeah. And I'm diabetic. I don't even eat that stuff. But I'm like, you know what? This is probably why I was, and I'm grabbing Twinkies. If you got to go with a smile, like the Joker said. So I'm like, all right, we buy it. I sent my son, like, go down there and grab like 2 boxes. And there's like people crowding around it like it's friggin' insulin or something. I'm like, they're grabbing it, and we put it
Yep,
on there. So we
Twinkies and
get
toilet paper.
Yeah, and in that order. That is correct. And that was another thing. We'll go over that. We don't even need to go through the news. I can talk about the stupidity and the stupid. Oh my God, the people that got to walk this way, the arrow. They can't even follow the arrow correctly. Not me. I will barrel down. I'm large, and I will barrel down that freaking aisle. If you're getting in my way, I don't care if you're in a goddamn wheelchair. I'm rolling over you, bro. I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. Well, I might have. But anyway, yeah, just arrow for this way. Well, the stuff that I don't want to do. Hey, hey, it's so that you don't get next to me, you head. That's why. Stay the hell on your side. You don't like it? Go back around. Seriously, I'm going right through. There was birds. This is a true story, and I have a picture of it. It's from January of the next year, I think it was. So it was 2021. I don't know, whatever it was. We still had COVID. It was still like raging, and the birds. There was birds in the store. It was in ShopRite. ShopRite, the stores in New York, New Jersey area are big supermarkets. Anyway, there was birds, and the birds were walking correctly where the arrow said to go, but the people weren't. So obviously we're not smarter than birds. I'm dead serious. I took a picture of it. They were walking very politely on the side where the big ass red arrow. I don't want to hear this no obla bullshit either. It's universal. It's a big ass red arrow pointing. You're trying to tell me if you speak Spanish or another language, you don't understand that? If there was a frig thing that said free food or free whatever with a red arrow, you goddamn all of a sudden you're not, then you're friggin' trilingual, right? So I don't want to hear it. So
I feel
they
like COVID made everybody a little bit weird.
Yeah, or enhance their weirdness. Yeah, it was already there,
Even the birds.
dormant. There's stories for the birds. All right. Well, I don't want to. I just remember that anyway. Getting back to the Twinkies, so we're not even going to wait. We ripped that mother open in the car, and I'm like, all right, let me have Twinkie, and I bite into it, and you've got this. You're ready. You know what to expect, and it's been months. Finally, and eat it. Nope, nope. It just did not. The outside did not taste the same. The filling didn't taste the same. It tasted like a goddamn dollar store piece of, and it was just like, ugh,
Yeah, it was weird.
why?
It was dry and weird.
It was dry. Thank you. You are correct. And I'm like, why? Why would you bring it back? And we're all like hype on it and everything.
And now it's tasting like chalk.
And now I switch. I completely turn on Twinkies. I'm like, Twinkies now. I'm like, go get Captain Cupcake instead. Is there any of those in there? I was
If
like,
I wanted to
It's
eat
not the
sidewalk
same.
chalk, I'd go to the dollar store.
yeah, I see people buy meat in the dollar store. Why don't you go outside and play in traffic blindfolded? You have a better shot. Seriously, what are you crazy?
Wasn't it a different manufacturer?
I don't
Like
know.
Wonder Bread too. If I'm not mistaken, it's a totally different manufacturer.
And they just kept the name. Smart, but not good to consumers. Look, I like consistency, no matter if it's a show, if it's food, if it's whatever it is, because sometimes you just don't feel like trying something new. Like, I've had a long day, my kids are acting up, everybody's around me is being at home. Like, I just want what I expect. And I'm going to order food from this particular place, go to this restaurant, whatever it is, because I know what to expect. I don't want any surprises. I've had a long day.
Is that
That's
the
kind of
warning
how.
label? Does it say not for human consumption?
No, I believe that's on Tide Pods. But that's a whole that it's funny you should mention that there. So let me put this up on the screen. This will help a lot of people. If you're gonna do this stupid, you mind here you go. Where is it? I will find it. It's up on here somewhere. And it's just oh wait a minute, let me show you real quick. Let me flash a picture of my pride and joy real quick. There you go. Nice, right? You like that? That's my pride and joy. It's kind of old. All right, so let me. Oh, here it is. Here we go. I'll even do a drum roll for this. You ready? Dun dun dun. There you go. So it's part of a balanced breakfast. Tide Pods, Pop Tarts. There you go. Awesome. Totally. Who the hell came up with it? Like, yeah, dude, put your bong down. Let's eat these Tide Pods that mom left. No, they left you to do the goddamn laundry, you lazy piece of it. That's why. So anyway, there you go, folks. If you're
I
gonna have
am
it,
I am a millennial that never tried a Tide Pod.
you're like
Just want
more
to put
like
that out there.
you're honorary Gen X, though. That's why you're here. Because I mean, then that's the best compliment I could give you because you have a brain, and that's in short.
And I
It's
don't
in
need
short
Tide Pod.
supply. Yeah, that's nice. Raise your hand If you have not had Tide Pods, you know why you won't hear the people that don't? Because they're dead. That's why. All right. So anyway, so oh my god, this list keeps getting longer. Let's take a look at this. Yep, it's getting worse and worse, folks. Yep, it's like a scroll now. Hear ye. List of people that could kiss my ass. There it is. Anyway, let's do this. Where's the butthurt one? I like this one. There you go. Wait, there's more.
Oh.
There's always more.
That's right. When Sylvana's around, that's why she's.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was a
Big
girl.
bad.
Oh my god, there was a guy and a girl, and they just give you like they're like walking their dog like all snooty and everything, like walking around. And they were bitching about, oh, we gotta go. It's too hot. We gotta go pick her up from the bus stop. I'm like, it's your daughter. Like, what's wrong with you? So now I figured out what it was, why they're upset. Here it is. That was the problem.
Rough.
She's all happy and everything. Yeah, little does she know. No, I'm kidding. That's terrible. Here's a Gen X thing. Yes, you still owe. There you go. So we are aware of it, and for Christ's sake, pay off your tab. That's what they're trying to say there. So anyway, oh my God, here come the pronouns. Let's put that. This was something that I got emails from females. They're like, "Can you flash that?" You goddamn right, I will. There, sweetheart. Here it is.
Oh no, I think
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, you knew. You knew what's coming. All right, so this is what you do with your pronouns, people. For those that are listening and watching, I will narrate it for you. I will do it in my narrating voice. You ready? Here we go. Let me move the ticker off real quick, just so everyone. There we go. Okay, so this is a public service announcement, a PSA for those that don't have time. What to do with your pronouns? Unwrap. Number one, unwrap your pronouns very carefully. Number two, dose. Moisten your pronouns with water or water-based lubricating jelly. Not to like throw around brand names, but Vaseline will work. That kind of stuff. KY, because you probably have that next to the bed, whatever. And then there's a little picture right there. It's male or female. It's unisex. So there we go. It's a little chart, like the stuff that you fell asleep in fourth grade when it was up on the thing. Yeah, here we go. So there's your pronouns in there. And so it says number 3, lie on your left side and bend your right knee slightly, by the way, up towards your chest. Gently push your pronouns into your rectum so that they are deep enough to not come out. And there you have it, folks. That is exactly what you do with your pronouns. Seriously. I mean, don't take it from me. This has been a public service announcement right here at WGAT. So there
Well,
you
we
have
could
it.
do it the Brooklyn way too.
I'm afraid to ask, but I need to know. What is that way? I need to know immediately. What is that?
Well, we could just shove it right up there.
Assistance, you mean? I like to call.
Exactly.
I'm calling for assistance. Yes, we
Yes,
have assistance in aisle
yes.
3.
1-800.
Hey, I mean, after I go to the gym, I want my pronouns to be dump truck. That's my
Wow.
pronouns.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. Anyway, and that's why we love you, because you're not kidding, and we know that you're not kidding. It's okay. Katie's like, yeah. It feels good to be bad, doesn't it? All right, so let's move on. Oh, this is something. Since we were talking about this is kind of a redo, but this is what we have. It makes a great Halloween costume because before you know it, Walgreens will have that shit up in like another week because it's July. There you go. So one of the best costumes if you're a little bit low on cash, and here at WGAT we understand and we're trying to help. So there you go. This would be a good one for you. It's yeah, there you go. So that will work for a lot of people. If you don't have a whole lot of money, you're a retard. Okay, so it says medical mask, 3 boosters, maybe 4. It depends on what store. 1 virtual cape and 1 sense of superiority, and it's superiority, and it says it's one size fits all because you're
Oh,
an idiot.
it says
It
it's
doesn't.
adult size though. Does it come in youth?
Uh, I'm not going to say it anyway. So it's not. Yeah. Nice trap, Katie. Nice trap. Anyway, so that's good. I do like her though because you got to see she keeps you on your toes. I'm like, okay. All right. So anyway, this is sponsored by National Sarcasm Society. Like we need your support. There you go. But anyway, so we have that. So there you
I
go.
run that society, right?
I believe that you are the treasurer.
Yes.
Who's the president?
That
What?
would be me as well.
Oh shit.
I run the whole shitting thing.
Dear Abby. Oh no, here we go. Dear Sylvana, and they write to you. You got to see this response. She'll give you back. Hey, mother. Listen, let me tell you something. She'll be like,
They're going to love my response. They're
Mhm.
just going to love it.
Yes, we wait with bated breath for that. So anyway, that's so there you go. I was just having a little bit of fun right there. That's usually whenever I get a DM. That's kind of what I should have pop up immediately. Let's check the meter real quick. All right, Benny, can we check the meter? There it goes. All right, let me check. Nope, no movement, none, zero. Sorry, there's
Mine's been
zero.
on that
Wow.
setting since 1986.
That setting. Set it and forget it.
Exactly.
Oh my God, it does get worse. There you go. Nice. All right. Anyway, so we're good. And this is the one that, if you missed it from earlier, this is Savannah's new T-shirt that we had made up for. It's a Brooklyn thing. I would. It's good. All right. Oh, you want to see my pride and joy one last time? There they are. Anyway, no, we're not sarcastic at all here. All right, so let me read what else we have. So Del Monte's in the shitter. What else we got? No, we don't care about senior drivers. That's another. Okay, let me just stop you right there. Senior drivers. Okay, once you hit 65, you need to get an Uber or Lyft and go right to motor vehicle and have them clip that thing right in front of everybody. Stop driving. You're going to kill someone. Knock it off. Jesus Christ. I'll pick you up if I have to. Just please get off the road. You're going to kill somebody. You know what kills people? It's not people that drive fast. It's people that drive fast around people that are going slow that cause accidents. And I'm being serious. You know it, and I know it. So please, once you turn, it should be like, okay, you want Social Security? Okay, we'll give you that, but you got to give in your license. Well, you need to make a copy of it? Nope, just give it to me, and get rid of the car too. Put it on eBay Auto or something, whatever that's called. All right, so let's see. USPS launches changes to first class mail and other services. What does that mean? Bend over? We're gonna get screwed again. It's gonna be more. Okay, well, here's McDonald's. Remember the other day was all about Walmart and McDonald's. Remember how they said they're gonna charge you if these carts disappear? Like like the Great Kreskin showed up and made them disappear with a wand. They disappear. Motherfuckers are taking them home. What do you don't know that?
We're back to the shopping carts, huh?
Well, that was
All
a
the
fun.
tweakers on the side of the road, my area, taking the
You got
shopping carts,
you got to
using
take a
them for
stand out
grilling.
there. Yeah,
On the 4th of July, they got them
yeah,
out there.
you got to take a stand out there, Katie. Tell them what's what. Tell them what's what. Said I'm a meme machine in training. You put that thing back. Well,
Or
they
so
have
help
like,
me.
well, they have a thing coming out. I'll come out and help you. You think I won't? I'll be right there. Be like, all right, let's go, fuck case. So
No,
anyway, I'll be.
in all reality, I'm the type of person that will grab two shopping carts and put them back. Like that's what I do.
And I do too. Believe it or not, I know you think I'm joking. Not two. That's going crazy. But mine, I will put it back in the thing because that's the way I was taught. I don't like that. You know what I mean? And then you know that you're going to get like dings and dents and shit on your car when you come out most of the time, and it's from people who don't give a shit. Oh, I didn't know that it would roll. Right, because it has wheels on it. You jackass. What did you think was going to happen? So it just I do that too. But it's nice. See, you were taught properly. That's kudos to your parents for
Well,
teaching you
also because
properly.
I used to be that person to put all the carts back, and man, it's a total shit show
Why
sometimes
can't
going
people
out
put it
there.
back? Where they feel like, oh, I just spent a whole lot of money, so
Yeah,
I
just
don't
walk two
need
more
to.
steps. It's not that big of a deal.
It's
Most of the time.
laziness. People
Yeah.
are lazy.
Hmm. You don't understand. It takes 2 seconds, and it's just common courtesy. I mean, really, honestly, what's the big deal? What is it, a mile away? It's like right there. And there's people usually walking around doing it. I'll wait, and I'll bring it over, and I always say, thank you. And they're trying their best. They're just trying to work. They're not sitting out there with their hand out or doing drugs or doing something like nefarious. Okay, so they're doing their job and they're doing it. I commend them for it. I don't look down on those people at all. I commend them. Like, you're doing what you have to do. You got off your ass and at least you're working. So I don't have a problem with that at all. No, I take no issue with that. I don't care if you're a janitor sweeping or you're the president of or the CEO of a company. I will talk to you the same way. Shitty. No, I'm kidding. I will talk to you the same way because you're a human being. I mean, it didn't matter what's on your W-2. That's just the way I am. And I don't think that should be a surprise to anyone. Oh my God. Del Monte makes fruit cocktail. Oh, that's up. Now I'm pissed. No more fruit cocktail. Where people are going to try to make their own now, Katie. Silvana, what do we do? Don't do it.
Oh, Lord.
What kind of cocktail we talking?
Not the kind you drink, fruit cocktail. Like the kind in the can. Yeah, funny. Okay. All right. She's like, well, Does that include Tanqueray? No, I'm kidding. All right, so let's move on. All right, so we'll move on. We used to call those TNTs because we blast off Tanqueray and tonic TNTs. You know, and that is why I don't remember the 90s. All right, let's move on. So, well, the 90s were sponsored by Budweiser and Bad Decisions. Let's see. Enough of Del Monte. All right, who gives a shit? Let's move on. What else we got? Rite Aid closures reach 1,000 as America faces pharmacy deserts. This I gotta see. All right, let's share my screen now. So we'll have to move you lovely ladies over a little bit.
Yep. The Rite Aid up the block from me closed down too.
Well, it's because you were picketing out there because they didn't sell enough condoms. Is that what the problem is?
Nope.
You know, I'm kidding.
Yeah, what
They
is up
had
with all the
people
Rite Aids?
stealing.
I don't want to upset her. Let's leave her. All right. So anyway, yeah, you should pick it out there. Be like, how come there's no goddamn fruit cocktail out here? Goddamn. Rite Aid closures reach 1,000 as America faces pharmacy deserts. Not desserts, people. If you don't know how to spell, go back to school. Rite Aid continues to shutter stores. Really? Who wrote this? An 8-year-old? Across the country as the company pursues a complete wind down of its nationwide footprint after filing for bankruptcy for the second time in 2 years. Why are you going to do it again? But it didn't take? What the hell does that mean? Yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah, it's us again. Yeah, hi, it's Greg from Rite Aid. Yeah, we're going to do this again. Like, what does that mean? According to court filings, the pharmacy chain has already marked for death, more than 1,000 locations for closure since they filed for Chapter 11 protection in early May. Why it matters. Rite Aid's decision to shutter, again with this word shutter, or sell off all of its 1,200 stores sparked by long-term financial difficulties and a challenging retail environment. You're getting your ass kicked by CVS and Walgreens. I already know what they're going to say. And there it is. Comes as other pharmacy chains, including CVS and Walgreens, scale down their nationwide footprint. Scale down, not shutter. Hundreds of stores that are still set to close within the year will limit many Americans' access to health screenings and prescription medications, resulting in what experts are calling pharmacy deserts. Less connected communities being left without a sufficient number of nearby drugstores. All right, so we'll do a hard stop right there. I Rite Aid is Rite Aid out on the West Coast here. Katie, you would know. Do they have Rite Aids out here or no?
Yeah, there
Oh,
there there was. I mean, they're all shutting down too. They're all selling out.
shit. All right, but they did exist out there. Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if it was only East because I know obviously Silvana they're in New York and New Jersey and everything. Because I remember those in like the '80s and stuff like in high school and shit like that. But just another thing that's going away. Now, here's my thing. Everybody knows Walgreens. Everyone knows CVS. By the way, let me call out CVS real quick because them. All right, they made a big deal several years ago. We're not going to sell cigarettes anymore because it's healthier for we're a pharmacy chain. We want good health. Bullshit. That's not why they did it. You want me to tell you why? Listen to your buddy Mean Machine here. I'll tell you why they did that. What a bunch of horse shit. First of all, cigarettes are only behind the counter at CVS, and then you'd have to show your ID, whether you're 165 years old or whatever it was. It didn't matter because they wanted it in. That's like the government knowing, aha, he just bought Marlboro Red. I knew it. We're taking $10 off of his food stamp. Whatever the hell the reason is, the government knows when they run your thing. So there's just cigarettes and cigars and that kind of shit behind the counter. But there's 7 rows of candy and snacks. Am I saying anything wrong here? No, I'm accurate.
Nope.
Okay. So diabetes kills more people than lung cancer, but we have 6 of those. But it's all about our health. Bullshit. That's not what it is. They don't want to pay the heavy duty tax in New Jersey anyway, because cigarettes are taxed, right? During COVID, nothing was open, right? Like things that you really needed to be open, and the ones that were, you had to go and stand in line and wear the stupid mask and all this other crap. But what was open? What never closed? Anybody know?
No.
Strip clubs,
That would be number
Lic-
one.
liquor stores.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, that's true.
Yep. It's fine. Unbelievable. Yes, that. Let me give you. Oh wait, I'll give you this. Liquor stores. It's
Uh,
true because if they shut that shit down, oh my god, yeah, my mother we're gonna be killing each other out there. That would kill more. Being stuck in the house with your family in Brooklyn or anywhere else during a bunch of like months in a row. yeah, somebody's getting killed and you need to drink. So they're like, no, we're not shutting this shit down. So yeah, yeah,
Okay, so
liquor
you can
stores
go
are open.
get your liquor at one store, and then you can go get your alcohol at the other.
Got to get your drink on during COVID. That's what's important around here. That's a
It'll still
welcome
be
to
done over
America, baby.
here.
Like, hey, what's up, Brotato Chip? I didn't know you drank. He was like, I don't. My mom does, or whatever it was. I'm like, oh my god. I just went in here for cigarettes. I said, but once again, it's because they're taxed. So alcohol is a drug, right? Cigarettes is a stimulant. That's a drug. Why is it legal? This is before.
Well, you think it's bad
So,
in
This was
Jersey.
legal.
It's a hell
Why?
of a lot worse
Because
in New York.
taxed. The government and the states make money. That's why it's bad for you, but they make money. Think about it. Look at the bottom of a cigarette pack. There's a tax stamp. Look on the side of a liquor bottle. There's a tax thing. Come on. It's easy to
Well,
understand.
they're almost $20 a pack here in New York.
What? That's
Yep.
I'd rather spend it at the strip
jeez,
club. No, I'm kidding. I would rather spend that at you know, I'm not gonna say it was women present. But anyway,
McDonald's. No, just kidding.
no, that's offensive. No. That's one
No,
of the
I'm just saying that because there's a comment in here that says McDonald's didn't shut down either. Like, there's
yeah,
when it was
this
talking about like what else didn't shut down during that whole
oh right.
government shutdown.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
basically, they shut down all the mom and pops,
I
but
know.
all
It's
the
so
big,
sad.
yeah, well, that's why they all went out of business.
Yeah, they couldn't compete with that. The chains could afford to close some stores and still be, be fine, bottom line and everything. Probably didn't even make a dent. And then they gouged prices. We all remember this. And then the states had to bring in people to watch over the gas stations and other places weren't gouging prices. They nailed a lot of people. A lot of people. I would go into a super or like the little convenience store, which you got to get out of your car and do it. In New Jersey, we don't pump our own gas. I think Oregon and New Jersey are the only two states in the country that you don't. So you could just pull up and whatever, you give them your credit card or cash, whatever, and they do it. You don't get out of your car. I don't know if it's insurance reasons. I never got a straight answer on that, but anyway, you would pull up and you would go into the convenience store and they were making, I shit you not, they're making, you want to talk about making your own Twinkies and fruit cocktail, how about they were in the back and I watched them do it. They had the door open, they're making their own hand sanitizer because it was like on low supply. Remember, you couldn't, it was hard to get, or good ones or name brands. Yep, they were making it with
Dang.
alcohol and shit. I'm like, what the are you doing back there? They were making it and then selling it. They were pouring it into name brand stuff or whatever, like into an actual pump bottle or whatever they come in, like Purell or whatever. But you can't do that. That's like pouring liquor that's not top shelf into a top shelf bottle. That's big time fines. Some people have done jail time over that. That's
Dang.
insane. I'm not even kidding. So
There's a lot of crazy ass shit going on.
that's big time no good. You can't. That's NG. You can't do that. Well, I mean, they did it, but they gouged the shit out of the pricing. It's either that, like, remember, Lysol was like the holy grail. Remember,
Yep.
you're like, oh my god, I have toilet paper. You're like, you were just like, yeah, I haven't. Remember, you just use one because we're running low. So wipe your ass up, wipe it down, and be very careful and don't have your finger go through it because that's a whole nother story. So that was, and why do you need 50,000 of them? Like, there's no food. What are you shitting out? Like, why do you need? Remember, they're like, oh no, now it's two per family, right? So then you go outside, then your cousin comes in, and then he buys three, and then your other cousin. It's like trying to get the free turkeys from ShopRite. It's like, what are you doing?
Who brought bidets back? I want to know, like, how many people started using bidets after that?
Bidets, one of the coolest things ever. And that's a big thing in Europe, not here. I didn't know what the hell that was. I walked into a hotel. I'm like, what is this shit? Do we have to pay extra for this? They're like, no, it's a bidet. I'm like, what does that mean? It's like a water fountain. They're like, no. They're like, it's to,
Clean your backside.
yes. I don't have to do it. It was nice. It's like, okay. They're like, Greg, you have to come out. It's only been an hour. They're like, Greg, you have to come at it. I paid for the full hour, damn it. So anyway,
So fresh and so clean.
oh man, I am. I'm a very clean person. I take like 2 showers a day. I can't stand it. I don't know. I just I'm a clean man. What are you laughing at? I take one in the morning so I can wake up and one later on so I can, be fresh. What? What's the problem? I don't have a
No
friggin'
problem.
that there's oh, would you rather me be a dirty bastard? Well, I mean, come
Nope,
on. All right.
definitely not.
Man, Jesus. Now I want a bidet. They're gonna find out. Can we have one delivered? Amazon has those, right? I want a bidet every day. Yeah, that'd be good. Anyway, so we can stop sharing our screen because this is retarded, some of this stuff there. But anyway, all right, we're going to take another quick break and then we'll come back here. The difficulties faced by Rite Aid are not unique. Other pharmacies, including CVS and Walgreens, are also reducing their nationwide store presence, with which both
But let's
companies.
be real. Why is that? Maybe because they're being robbed blind.
How
I
are they
mean,
being robbed blind? They're
Rite
robbing
Aid,
us blind.
well, that too. But what I'm saying is the Rite Aid up the block, they went out of business because people were literally walking out with handfuls of shit that they did not pay for. They had a
You witnessed.
security guard standing there. He's like, "There's not. I was told I can't do anything." So he's
What the
sitting
hell
there.
does that mean? I would arrest you, but
That's
I
what
can't get near you. You don't have a mask on. Like, what is that?
that's what I said. I was like, "So what the frick are they paying you for?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Okay."
He doesn't know. So what are you supposed to be? There's like patients on a monument just standing there. Hey,
That's
put that
basically what
back.
he was doing, just standing there, and people were walking out with whatever the freak they wanted.
I don't know how they do things in Brooklyn. Apparently, that's it. But in New Jersey, they got like, no, they lock up everything except for friggin' cotton balls. The razors used to be the only thing because they were really, really expensive for whatever reason. And you would have to
Mm.
like ask for assistance. Help in aisle three. Like, just give me the fucking key. I'll do it
Yeah,
myself.
that's our Walmarts now. Everything's behind glass.
Well, I mean,
Everything.
it's ridiculous. Toothpaste. I'm like, really? Like anything that's not nailed down, you're going to take. Like, okay, razors maybe, but now I'm like, I went to go grab like just I don't know if it was like Tylenol, and not even like Tylenol. It was probably like CVS brand, whatever. And I couldn't. I'm like, and so I'm like, can someone help me? Can you open this shit? I don't have the key.
Well, who
Okay.
benefited from that?
Well, I don't know. Not
A-
me. I'm like,
Amazon.
I got to pee now. So I'm like, shit, Amazon. Well, yeah, that too. And Uber Eats and all that. Because now people still, it's changed the way a lot of people live. A lot of things are delivered now and telehealth and everything. Like your insurance takes that. Now, like, yeah, it changed a lot of things because, but going back to
Yeah,
this is
that
bullshit.
that was the dumbest shit ever.
There's a lot because we didn't know what to do. And we're like, well, we're all, we got to do this. And yeah, let me get some more of these blue masks. And there's signs everywhere. And people don't know how to put a mask on correctly. Here, how about this? Because we do have to take a break. Why do you have to tell somebody how to wash their hands? Do you remember that? I mean, a 2-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Listen,
I'm like, why are
you
we
got to
not
do
already
it
doing this?
for yeah. You decide. Let me tell you something. We have discovered how many dirty motherfuckers there really was around that have do not even wash their hands. Happy birthday song. While the happy birthday, like happy birthday to you, happy birthday. And by the time that song is done, that's how long you're supposed to wash your hands with soap. When we were little kids, we knew this. What the hell? You got to tell someone that's 42 years old, you got to wash your hands. Come on, dude. Really? You dirty. But
Well,
yeah,
that's because you're Italian. My mother would beat the shit out of me.
well,
You know how many times we got hit with that wooden spoon?
I lost count after like, I don't know. I needed a calculator.
Yeah, I feel like in a restaurant procedures got actually started making sense. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know about you, but have you ever been to IHOP where they put the syrups all up on the table and they're
Mm-hmm.
just like they look like nasty. They've never been cleaned ever. And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
how many people have touched this thing? When then after that, then they started giving out those little individual syrup things, and I was like, thank God, they finally changed it. It was because of COVID, though.
Yeah, I remember them on there, and there was like, yeah, there was one like regular maple syrup, one was like whatever the hell it was. I
The
used to bring my kids
blueberry, the maple,
there.
the freaking
Yeah,
whatever else.
I always liked because when my sons were little and everything, because they liked the little smiley faces. Even back in the day, I did too. Remember the little butter pats were on there and made a little smiley face. You're all happy and shit, and then you become diabetic. No, but it was fun. It's just nice to see, and Yeah, it is. But that's some dirt. Like, if you don't know how to wash your goddamn hands, seriously, man, and your kids, I can only imagine. They're like, like, what's like, oh Jesus Christ, and they're like, yay, and touch everything running down the aisle. You're like, oh, me,
Just
man. I mean,
basic sanitation practices
you would
should be
think
baseline.
common sense, right out the goddamn window. You know what I mean? Tell
Well,
these
that's
dirty
definitely
bastards.
lacking.
Yeah, it's not common. They should just call it sense. It's oh, I mean, I don't know. Here we go. This is for the people that are full of shit. There you go. It's a business. Um, I I don't know. I don't even know what to say. But like I said, it changed the world a lot. I guess with a lot of things. But well, there's Diana. Says McDonald's. Is that a statement or a question? Maybe she wants.
No, she was talking about essential places that didn't shut down.
Oh, from earlier. Okay, because I didn't
Yeah.
see it out there. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not. Well, I don't know how that. Well, one of the greatest inventions of all time, right after the light bulb, is the egg McMuffin. I will admit that because I was like, remember, it was never when breakfast first came out at McDonald's. We were like confused, put up, but we're very apprehensive. Like, is that a hamburger? Is that sausage? What is that? I don't know. I ain't got that. It's just something mix something.
Mystery meat.
Mystery McMuffin. So we're like, okay. And I'm like, I had an English muffin for the first time. I was like, oh, yes. What? This is wonderful. Yep. And we're all going to get Happy Meals. Yay. Awesome. All right. We got to take a break. When we come back, we will talk about other stupid shit that we really, hey, look, it's a Thursday. Some people are off tomorrow and I'm not, but just a quick reminder, whether you are or not, you can take me with you everywhere you go. How cool would that be? Yep, I'm 6'2", 200. I can fit in your pocket. You bring me on your phone right there because we're going to be live tomorrow on 88.7 FM. We will definitely be streaming that on X as well. It's going to be nothing but 80s. You're going to see the ad in a little while. That was put together beautifully by young lady right there, Katie. So thank you for that. We're going to do that. We're going to have 70s, 80s, 90s. That's going to be on Saturday night. That's our normal thing, but it's not just rock tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit of everything. People are going to, there's not going to be links. So I'm just going to let people stop in. We're going to have a little guest DJ action in there where I'm going to share that with someone a little bit later on. I'm going to share my playlist. I'll actually give it to them, let them put some stuff on. I'm going to let them announce it. So they're going to be a guest DJ. And with people listening, we average usually, if we, well, Saturdays, by that time, we usually average around anywhere between 40 something and 60 something thousand listeners cumulatively. That's between iHeart, Local Link, and just going through the different peripherals through satellite. However, it could be really good. I don't know. It's usually hit or miss with that. So you have a holiday that falls on a Friday, which also um, is a theme night. So this could be really a disaster or it could be awesome. Either way, we're gonna have fun with it. And I don't have to Google the 80s. I was there, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. And that's tomorrow. It starts at 4 o'clock Eastern time, and it's gonna go the entire probably till like midnight or something. It's something insane. And then Saturday 8 o'clock, which is on my banner at WGAT Mean Radio, which is my handle on Twiddle. That's what I call it. I don't call it Twitter. I don't call it X. I just call it Twiddle. Some people call it. It's, but hey, look, that's a little rough, but it is
That's
what
what
it
I
is.
call it.
I know, you too. Well, some days it's like that, right? I mean, I don't know. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. So that's Saturday, and Candy Crush will be back on Saturday. She'll be anchoring. We'll have everybody, all the usual suspects will be around. That's always fun on Saturday. So yeah, we'll call it like Hangover Day. It'll be really great. And so if you're at the pool, if you're at the beach, if you're just hanging out, barbecuing in the backyard, whatever, you can tune into us on 88.7 FM. I am Gregory Joseph, and you are not. I am joined today, meeting in the morning, every Tuesday and Thursday, 11 to 1 on the East Coast, and that's a lot earlier here on the West Coast. So it's 9 minutes past the hour. It's 12:09 on the East Coast and 9:09 right here on the West Coast. I'm actually going to be in California, I think, next week for a day or two, but we're still going to broadcast anyway. I just bring my stuff everywhere I go, and Amex as well. Don't leave home without her. So we'll be right back. We've got Katie with us, aka Chickpea, and if you upset her, she'll turn into hummus and beat your ass. So don't do that. And then you have Silvana. So that's Silver Bell. If we ring her bell, holy shit, I would ride. You hide the women and children, but she will be Like, forget about it.
And
Not
I
if
got
you're
a mini me too.
oh my God, is Minnie Me there? Is she there?
She's in the back with the dogs. That's why they're quiet.
And she threatened them. That's
Exactly. So she scares me.
I
That's
want to
got to
meet.
tell you something right
I
there.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like, I'm already frightened. I was frightened I'd go. No, we'll meet Alyssa one day. We do. We will. You're like, oh, it's a mini me. I'm like, Jesus Christ, we're all screwed. Anyway, but that's why we'll try to keep them happy. What do you want? You want like a Happy Meal? We'll keep you happy. I'll get you
Sure, you
Twinkies.
don't do McDonald's.
I'm gonna go make some Twinkies in a little while. Katie, you want to help me out? So anyway, she'll make fruit cocktail. I'll make Twinkies. That's funny. She's like, "What kind of cocktail are we talking about?" I'm like, rock on, baby. That's exactly why she's never going anywhere. Be right back. if she's saying like this or bite this. Either way, it's appropriate right here. Welcome back. It's 88.7 FM. It's WGAT. We got it for you. Look how clever I am. I am Gregory Joseph. You are not. And we are broadcasting live from the West Coast, bouncing back to the East Coast. It's 12:15 in the post meridian out there. That's 12:15 in the afternoon for those that fell asleep in sixth grade. 9:15 here on the West Coast. 4th of July is tomorrow. And we want this special shout out to everybody in the UK. I hope you enjoy your work day tomorrow while we are barbecuing. I am just kidding. I'm not barbecuing. But anyway, it's going to be fun. 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. We're going to be live on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. And we are going to be streaming that all day. 4 o'clock Eastern time. That starts nothing but the 1980s music. Not 1880s. 1980s. Nothing but that tomorrow. Rock. A little bit of everything. I'm going to have some freestyle on there, some pop, everything else. So you'll have everything from like Michael Jackson to like Jesse Jackson. No, I don't know. It's just a bunch of great stuff. And it's usually fun when we do a theme like that. You'll see the ad a little bit later on. As far as this show right here, Mean in the Morning. I mean every morning, but Tuesdays and Thursdays most specifically, we have that for you. It's 11 o'clock Eastern to 1 o'clock every Tuesday and Thursday morning. Yeah, and actually I just posted it for those that are confused that are on X and they can't get into their YouTube account and they're just basically they already started their weekend, their 3-day weekend. They're already like drinking at work. I'll be right back. This is Mary Louise. I'll be right back. I'm away from my desk because I had a carton of Marlboro and a gallon of gin to swig it down. I'm going to be in and out all day. That looked like her message on her thing would say something like that. Some people have already started early, but that's okay. Mean in the Morning on New Jersey 88 WGAT. It's on my Twitter page or X page right now. For those that reposted it out there, thank you. So I just shared it onto there, and we're actually live right here on the West Coast. I'll be in Los Angeles next week, I think, for a couple of days, but the show will continue on. I will probably be in a hotel doing it. And when I say in a hotel doing it, I mean my show. Goddamn it, there. Everybody calm down. Anyway, I am joined by two of our lovely ladies here this morning. We have Silvana, a.k.a. MX. I don't go anywhere without her. Don't leave home without her. If you're Gen X, you get that. And, of course, my little chick P. I don't know. Maybe we'll come up with another name. But for right now, that's Katie, and she's with us as well. So thank you, ladies, for being here. Got some time left. So let's see. What could we delve into next? Anybody have any ideas? Because this stuff is just ridiculous. Some of the shit that comes up on the wire. It's just common sense shit, really. I mean, it's not common, but it's there. Anything?
Let's talk about phone manners.
Phone etiquette?
Yes.
All right. What do you got?
I mean, I don't know if you've noticed like the millennial generation, just like being so scared of the phone, like answering a phone call.
Do they even know that they could use their phone to make phone calls? I'm just asking for a friend.
We use it for everything else, TikTok and everything else, but we don't know how to answer the dang phone.
Yeah, I'd rather send you a long ass text so I can fall asleep during the middle of it. Nobody can spell. It doesn't translate well, and it aggravates the shit out of me. I don't know if that's just Gen X or just people in general, but I remember before there was text, it was like, then we got charged for it. Remember that? We used to get charged for like, your bill is $23 more. Why? Because you got a bunch of incoming text. Yeah, but I don't have text. I didn't respond. Doesn't matter. You got to pay for it. I'm like, go yourself. What do you mean? I got to pay for it. I got to go down to like Waffle House or something down south and like go and use their Wi-Fi to try to save money.
I remember getting charged by the minute. Remember when you had to like buy minutes?
Do I remember? Hold on one second there, Delilah. Hold on. I have actually a thing. Yeah, you got to wait till 9. Oh, yeah. Oh, I already have one to show you that. You know what? I'm going to find that and I'm going to share it. It's funny that you mentioned that. While I'm trying to find that shit, hold on, because I got it, and I play it every now and then. It's just a clip of. Let me see. Let me find it real quick while I'm doing that. Here we go, and I will share my screen too. So, share screen. Let's see if this is actually going to turn this on.
Phone.
Let's rewind this whole
To call. I remember when people. I remember beepers. People used to 911 and 911 and 911. What am I, a surgeon? And I'm on call. What the fuck is this? The best was the people that would get the text and then use their cell phone. They couldn't call out because it was too expensive. But they would use a payphone to call to get their message and then use their cell phone to call the number back. And then later on, remember in like 2007, 8, they were still doing it. Remember we had to pay, like I didn't even have text. I didn't even want to text because you had to cycle through all the numbers. It wasn't like their own individual dedicated numbers. Remember you had to wait till like after 9 o'clock so that it would be free to call. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
And not 9. You had to wait till 9:01. I tried that at 9 o'clock and it charged me. You had to wait till 9:01. And then you could talk like all night. So you got to call your grandmother. You got to have her take a nap so you could call her after 9 because she's in California and you're in New York and you can't afford it. And you can't text her because you don't have a text.
I don't remember that. I do remember everybody having funky voicemails though, with their boomboxes and all that.
I'm telling you, you had to wait. So if you do it at exactly 9, I'm telling you, it would be like, nope, you got to charge. I'm like, God damn it. Go take a nap, Grandma. Wait, let's see. What else do we have here since we're on my YouTube page? What we got here? Let's see.
But so I want to make sure that people, this is just a little something that I put together. Okay, so here it is. October 31st. Kids, come and get candy. It's okay. November 1st to October 30th. Kids, come get some candy. Not okay. You guys got that? That's for ice cream trucks and drive-bys too. So let's review. October 31st. Kids, come to my house. Get some candy. Okay. November 1st to October 30th. Kids, come and get some candy. Not okay.
So, well, it was just like another public service announcement. I'm going through the different ones because sometimes they're kind of funny. There's you know what? Encountering millennials. So she'll get a kick out of this one. This is actually a good one though. But here we go, Katie. Just for you. I thought we were screwed. I'm like, these millennials suck. They don't understand life. They don't understand, what it is. It's not all true. So I stand corrected. There's some people that were taught correctly by their parents, and they have dignity and they have respect. And that's something you should be proud of. So by encompassing a whole group or age group, I should say, of people and say, whether you're a guy or girl, I can't deal with that. You're too young, man. But it's not 100% true. There is people that were taught the right way. And I commend you for it. In my book, you're already a winner. And you'll appreciate it even more yourself when you get older and the roles change. I was young too. I'm not old, but I'm just saying, as you get older, you appreciate it even more. I didn't understand what that meant before, but now I do. And so for those people, and if they're watching, they might be, or listening on satellite, thank you, because there is hope. All right, so that was 2022. I think I made that one. So there you go. So it doesn't apply for everybody. I'm like, everybody sucked. It's not always 100% accurate. So I just thought you would get a kick out of it. That wasn't like yesterday or something. That was like 3 years ago I made that. But that's kind of, no, it is. I just wanted you to know that, see, she laughs.
I'm pretty sure the hope is gone.
Oh dear!
Look, it's Silvana got to be a Debbie Downer. You say you blew it, throws a goddamn grenade right in the middle of the.
I sure do.
Like, don't let me be the hope for society because
here we go.
I've got my flaws too.
Nobody's saying you're flawless. I'm just saying that a generalization. Here's the. Here we go. We were talking about masks. Here we go.
Tell me, why the hell do people wear a mask when they're in the car by themselves? Now, if you're in there with a bunch of people, or maybe you're an Uber driver and then you have passengers and you feel more comfortable than they do, or whatever the case, okay, I could see that. I actually could. What the fuck are you wearing a mask for if you're by yourself? Are you afraid to give the steering wheel COVID or something? I mean, what is that? You're by yourself in the car. What is the air induction that's coming in? Is it that disgusting that you have to wear that? You have to get out of the car at some point. You wear it then if that's what you want to do.
That's too funny.
You're doing your aerobics or your Pilates, whatever the hell that people do. And by the way, real quick, forget about that. People that jog, you're doing it. Tell me why?
Well, you are.
You want me to answer that?
I do.
I've literally seen it.
Do you? I can answer it because they're assholes. It's very simple. I mean,
they're sick of themselves, so they gotta wear a mask.
Well, I don't know if she meant the joggers or the people there, but I would say
No, the
that's a
ones in the
blanket
car
statement.
with the mask on that, that when we drive by, I sit there and laugh at them
I
and call
sit there
them
and
an
laugh.
asshole.
Oh my God, that's
You
just
know, it's funny though. Like I mean, I literally thought the same thing. It's like the equivalent to wearing a condom by yourself.
There
Like what
you
the
go.
hell?
Now that right there, if that is not the definition of
well,
an asshole,
well, actually, there's some people that walk around that should buy. They should wear really big condoms because they're just dickheads. But seriously, it's just you're not wrong. You're not. All right, here we go. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. We'll play one.
People at the supermarket that they're still writing checks, and that's fine. You want to write a check, and you're a little bit older, or some people prefer to. Okay, fine. You know that you're going into, let's say, like here we have ShopRite. That's like our big supermarket here. If you know that you're going to be writing a check ahead of time, you know what store. Can't you have half that shit written out so you don't have to wait for all these fucking people have to wait because you have to write out. Do you have a pen? Okay. Shop. Right. $200. But well, you can't just have not the amount written in and didn't sign it yet and have it ready to go because fuck everybody else. It's all about you, right? You know, I can't stand that shit. And some of these people with their credit card, they're doing this with their glasses. Like, I can't see. What the fuck are you doing, man? Don't even get me started. Apparently not, but we do. All right. Let's play some trivia. Who's up? Who's down? Who's up for trivia?
And that's when we did like live trivia, and I was spinning a wheel and everything. Like I thought that it was like Jeopardy and shit or whatever they do. Wheel
When
of
people
Fortune.
act all entitled though and hold up the line and I'm with my
Mhm.
daughter, I just sing really loudly and I pretend like it's for my daughter, but it's actually just to annoy the person that's taking up my time.
You've got
It's
that
to start
evil in
singing,
you.
be
Yeah.
patient, don't be inside
Oh,
shy.
I'll do the other one. I'll stand right in the line and go head, shoulders, knees and toes. I'll just go. Silvana still sings that right before bedtime, and her kid's older because she loves that
no, I
song.
don't. You don't want
Yes,
to
she
go
does.
shopping with me.
No, I don't want to do anything with you. Don't take it the wrong way because you scare me.
No, maybe I do though. Maybe you would scare away all the fogies, you know? Like
The blue hairs. Yes, we have blue hairs. When I think of blue hair, I think of like Marge Simpson. She had the blue beehive hair. Oh my God! All right, here's the Son of Sam. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on this. Is at WGAT Radio under shorts, obviously, um, and there's just like different. These are clips of other shows. Um, oh boy, here we go.
Folks, read this. What does this say on
I
here?
love this.
I'll read it to you in case you don't know. It says it right here. Remove before driving. It's the law. Okay? Right there. Remove it before driving. It's the law. No, no, nobody reads. So here's an extra blind spot for when you're driving. So you have one here, one there, possibly one or two there. And now let's have this one dangling right here. Yeah, we get it. We understand. I'm not making fun of it. I'm saying that stop being an idiot. Okay. It says clearly, why would you give yourself an extra blind spot? I'll say it again. Remove before driving. It's the law. If you need it,
Get the plates. That was what I was going to say. Right.
Do
Well,
you
I
want
did
me
say
to? Do you want me to answer that one too?
I believe that you should address it. All you're going to do is say this guy's an ass. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Exactly.
There you go. Thank you. And that's why she is here, ladies and gentlemen. That's Silvana. Yep. Everybody's an asshole. Survey says. Yep. Yeah. Okay, sir. Are you driving with a mask on in the car? I am. Is there anyone in the car? No. Survey says. Asshole.
Asshole.
Yep. There you go. Anyway, well, you get the now I'm like addicted to these now, which other people should be too. So let's look. What else did I have? Oh, living the dash is a good one. Pen and profit, work hard and smart. Yeah, it's too serious for right now. We need stupid, silly shit. Oh, what is this?
if you people know me, you know I can't have sugar. So the stuff is, and why is it the stuff that has no sugar in it is sweeter than anything else on earth? I mean, because it's obviously worse for you than the sugar itself. And now a lot of people's favorite part of every show that I do. less filling, tastes like ass. All right, this is pretty.
Well, it did. Anyway, yeah. There's some. Let's see what else. And this is like going back a way. Midget jokes. Yeah, you don't have the wherewithal for that right now. The over under for bro. If you say bro more than 4 times, you would have won. If you see that right there. Anyway, let's see. Regrets and all right, one more.
Company that I could have got in the ground floor with and bought stock and bought a bunch of stuff and helped promote it. It did get big, and that was Red Bull. Yep, it's the truth. I'm a dumbass. I figured this stuff looks like shit, tastes like shit. It looks like antifreeze. Nobody's going to buy a sports drink in a can. Duh. That was my oops moment. So we all have them. I'm sure some people out there that are older than I am or the same age as me. What's this Apple company? I'm not investing in no Apple bullshit computer. They can't even sell the Lisa, whatever it's called or whatever. And I have a Commodore 64. IBM is the future, not Apple, whatever. Yeah, those famous last words. Mine wasn't that bad of a goof, but it was pretty bad. And I could have, and then it was too late.
Whoops.
But I personally don't drink it. But I have, and it's not bad.
So anyway, yeah, that's a true story. That was in 1998. This guy came in to a club that I was DJing in South Florida, and it's like, yeah, you're trying. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I ran around the block like 4 times. I'm like, okay, it's not bad, but I mean, it's just like, it was just like, what? I'm like, nah, nobody cares. Red Bill's got wings. This is gay. I'm like, nobody's gonna buy it. Duh. I didn't know. I just I was drinking back then, and I meant like alcohol, and yeah, it was a mistake because then by that time the stock went flying up. They went public, and the IPOs, and you weren't going to make shit at that point. Had I did it and bought it then, we've been doing this at like the Waldorf Astoria on the
No
third floor.
way. That's nasty. That stuff is nasty.
It
I
is, but
can't
it
stand it.
sells. I don't drink that crap. It's got guavana, Gravano. It's got some shit in it that's like more powerful than a locomotive. No, it's more powerful
No,
than
yeah. I mean, I
caffeine.
know here in Washington State,
Yeah.
everybody's drinking those things. Everybody's got wings, I guess. But
They
like
got wings, all right. I'm not going to even go into that, though, Katie.
wings and Starbucks.
Speaking of wings, they have Buffalo Wild Wings out here where I am right now. I'm like, cool. I it's expensive, but I've always liked Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know. You guys like that place? You ever go in there? They have that out there on the West Coast. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got it.
Still, they have them in New York, don't they? Still, or no?
Yes.
You go? You ever go? Bring your.
I have once, I think, once or twice, possibly.
All right, let me ask you a
I
better
make
question.
great
Do you leave the house
hot wings.
ever, or no? I'm just
I
just
do, but
asking.
you know that I do a lot of cooking and I make a lot of my own. I make great hot wings.
Yeah, soul food.
Yeah, like soul comfort food. And then yeah, you'll get wings, all right, and right to the bathroom. No, I mean I love that kind of stuff. That's good. I like the I like them when they're wet or whatever, like the shit's all over. Actually, I like the dry rubs too. They have a dry rub. I don't know if they still have it or not. There, it's called
You like
barbecue.
wet wings.
I do, when there's like, because if not, it's like all dry and and they're stuck to the thing. I'm like, come on, dude.
So you like soggy wings? No.
I don't. All right, she's feeling salty. I like it. Anyway, wait until the 80s tomorrow. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun tomorrow. Both the girls will be there, I'm sure, at some point. And Sunita will stop by, and different people from the team can come in. Everybody's gonna get a link to stop by. Yeah, so you're gonna keep that up. Let me tell you something. It's the driver. There's one called Barbecue Chipotle, and it's really good. It's hot, but not like blow out your O-ring hot. It's like hot enough where it's like. But it's good. I even wear like the little hat. I'll go into Burger King and put the Burger King hat on. I don't give. I'm like, you don't like it? Tough shit. They're like, but sir, this is it's for. I don't give a. Give me the goddamn Burger King. I just spent $16 on 2 cheeseburgers. You give me the goddamn, and they do. They give it to me because I get like. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. And so they gave it to me, and I'm like, la 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 la. Like the people like, what?
As much as they get paid, it's just crazy because like a girlfriend of mine told me just recently she asked for a iced tea half cut and a cheeseburger at McDonald's. And they
I
gave
see
her
what?
the burger cut in half and gave her the tea regular. Oh, like, are you serious? You don't know what half cut means?
Ladies and gentlemen, Gen Z. Anyway, it's
Exactly.
no, but on it. Well, how about this? You ever go into a store? That's a stupid statement. Of course, you go into a store, even Silvana. Unless you're growing your own food inside the house, you have to leave to go get the stuff to cook. But what I'm saying is, you go to a store, like just like a convenience store. I don't know, whatever you have, 7-Eleven, Circle K, whatever, whatever you got. We had Wawa in Jersey and Quick Check, all that shit. But anyway, you go in there, do this next time, pay cash, which is like a dying thing, and give them like whatever the amount comes in. It's like 98 or something. Give them the dollar or whatever it is, and give them the 2 pennies, and watch them struggle like no other. Seriously, they
Yeah,
will. They'll do it like on the. They'll type it in. I'm like, are you kidding me? And they're
It's
going
true.
through the change. They're going through the change. And I said, no, no, no. What are you doing? She goes, well, I said, dude, look at. I'm giving you the penny so I don't get 98 cents back jingling around in my pocket all day long. They're lost. Seriously, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Yep.
God. I'm like,
You know,
really?
it's funny because I was one of those, like when I very first started in the
Oh,
food
your
industry
stock's
and
gonna go
everything like that.
down. Stop it. Your
Yep.
stock's
Oh,
gonna
I'm
go.
telling.
Don't do it.
Yep, I'm outing
Oh
myself,
man.
but you know, I literally had to practice with a little kid toy register like on my breaks. Like I literally would get like a little kid toy register and count change because I did not know how to count change. It was that bad.
Actually, that's like got to be the most adorable thing I've heard all week. I swear to God, you get the little thing like cha-ching. Uh huh. And you do it.
Legitimately, on my breaks, that's what I was doing, was
I'm
sitting there
going over.
practicing counting
I'm going over to
change.
your house. I'm going to knock on the door. You're going to let me in. I'm going to sit at the little table, me, you, and your daughter, and we're going to sit there and we're going to have tea and shit like Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, we're going to sit there and have tea. Tea with me machine. How cool would that be? Not only would it scar her for life, but she'll probably have a great time.
You
Yep,
might
I'm here
ruin
for
your
the tea.
reputation. Ruin
My
me, you
reputation.
know.
Oh, yeah, I know. I don't want them to think I'm too nice. They'll be like, oh, this is, yeah. All right. And wash your hands, sir. Happy birthday to you. Oh my God, too much funny. Let's see. Wishing all my that's I know who this is. So that's she's actually a friend of mine. I'll tell you later who that is on X. You're not gonna know who. Well, Silvana might know, but yeah, it's a friend of mine actually. She was into space the other day too. Happy Fourth of July. Same to you, Diana B. She be nice today. So there you go. Anyway, we are broadcasting live. It's 88.7 FM is WGAT as we have a little station break in there, the last one before we wrap it up for Mean in the Morning. So it is right now on our YouTube channel, which is at Mean Machine Radio. On Twitter, you'll see the people want to repost that. That'd be nice. So they can go in there and they can check it out. We're in episode 8, I believe it is. And we have different people. We're going to still be here. Sometimes it's Jessica. Now we have Katie on here. And sometimes it's Sunita, but it's always fun. I'm the only person that's here every time. I have nothing better to do, but it's fun, and there's no music on everything. That's going to be tomorrow, special edition for those that missed it. 4th of July, nothing but 80 starts at 4 o'clock Eastern time, and it's going to go the entire day at night. And we're raising money for independent radio. Yep, for all the money that we've raised for this and that and everything. Now it's time for us to survive in a market that's squeezing us. So yeah, so we're going to have that. We'll run that throughout the day, and people do what they can. And it'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to bring in some guest DJs. We're going to do that. Possibly a couple of the young ladies that are here with us right now. You never know. So it should be. I guarantee it's going to be fun. Number one, because I'm going to be there and I'm out of my mind. But not only that, but the music will be good. And it brings you back. It's a time machine for the 80s for those that lived through it and for those that did not. So we're going to bring that back to you. And then Saturdays, 70s, 80s, 90s, the Mean Machine mix. We're not going to do a poll because people are stupid and they can't do a poll. They'll like the poll and then they forget to take the poll because you're. So anyway, yeah, I just can't. What about the 90s? Did you read the thing? Oh, God damn it. Or they'll ask for a song that really. How lazy is that? That's got to be the laziest shit. Where in Jersey are you? North Jersey. What do you want, the address? Wait, hold on. Let me DM you my social security number. You anyway. So I mean, some of these people, it's just like, do I even have to keep going? All right. But that's going to be Saturday, so that's always a lot of fun, and we're going to have different people in there as well. It's time well spent. No politics, no religion. Just let music transcend everything in your life, and it brings you back. I mean, Syl has been on many. Well, Katie will be there for one of the shows, but Syl, you've been there for several of them,
yep.
and if they're fun. It's like it's at least think of something different. I don't go by the teletype, which drives Benjamin nuts, but it's organic. It sounds too scripted. I don't do that. It drives them crazy. But life, if I want to hear a certain song right now, All Star, let's say, oh, okay, I feel like hearing, Smash Mouth All Star. Maybe I don't want to hear that tomorrow, but it's already set into the system. No, I don't want to. I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it right there. Look, as a mobile DJ, how I started back in the 80s, it was you bring a room up and you bring a room down. You bring a room up and then you level off and then you kind of glide down. Not a hard time. And what does that mean for DJs that have done mobile? Or even ones in clubs and stuff like that, they understand what I'm talking about. You cannot have high energy right across because then there's nothing but crashing, right? So what you do is you bring it up and down, up and down. It's those peaks and valleys with music. That's how people do it, and that's what makes you successful. That's part of the mentorship program, and I've spoken about that. Even in the masterclass, I've mentioned that you cannot go straight across the board with music. You just can't do it. You've got to have ups and downs and ballads, and you got to. You can't. It's not a friggin' techno friggin'. That's not how life works, and that's not how people react. So once you know that, then you will be successful when you do that. So listen to your Uncle Mimic, and I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this stuff for a long time, and people do not change. The music changes, the landscape changes, but people don't. All right, so that's kind of what I'm saying on this. Anyway, it'll be a lot of fun. So check that out. It'll be streaming from my page at WGAT Meme Radio on Twitter, the artist formerly known as Twitter, and also local on there. And we'll see. Maybe we'll have it on another platform. Maybe that clock one. What's the clock one? The TikTok. That one. I can't stand that shit. Anyway, so
You got a comment here from Diana, by the way. It says, wishing all my American cousins a great Independence Day. Happy
yeah,
4th of July.
yeah, we had it up on the screen a little while ago. I saw it. It's
Yeah,
yeah. That's I know Diane. You know who she is on the. Well, I'm not
I
supposed to say.
do.
Yeah, she knows. Katie doesn't. That's a Canadian. That's her screen name on.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. No, she's. I've known Diana for a bit, and she's actually pretty cool chick. She is. She's a closet rocker. She rocks. I know a rocking chick when I see one. I have like X-ray eyes. I'm like, aha. I bet you Katie's like all nice and everything in this food store and then walking and everything. And then when nobody's looking, like, yeah, rock on, baby. I can just tell. I just, and they're like, what the,
Literally me. 1 minute it's classical, next minute headbanging.
you do like metal? Because if you do, I swear to God, I'm coming out there to hug you. Just tell me you like metal. Do you?
I don't like angry music now. There was a stage of my life that I did. I would say I've grown out of that stage. Got kids now, you know what I mean? Like,
So do I. Who
Baby
gives a?
Shark.
Oh, those kids.
Baby
We're
Shark
listening
all
to
the way.
metal. You missed the Father's Day thing. Remember the ad? Remember the ad for Red Robin?
That was the funniest shit ever.
Oh, she goes, "Oh, those kids." And she goes, "It's your day." It was funny.
Exactly.
Nah, she's
Well,
getting introduced to all the oldies now, like she's getting to the age now where it's appropriate for I can
all right.
actually introduce her to some nice stuff.
Let me ask you a question, and I will flip out. Oldies is not like the '80s or '90s, right? Please tell me no.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said the '80s and '90s are not considered "quote unquote" oldies, correct?
Uh,
Oh
I would
boy.
say 70s, is kind of where I would say.
All right, good flip flop. All right, we're good. All
Yeah.
right, anyway, so let's move.
That was a safe answer.
Survey says. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
I normally kind of gravitate towards 70s music to be
I love.
honest.
Well, you're gonna love Saturday then if you stop or any Saturday. I play a lot of that, and it's not just like disco stuff. It's like you got '70s rock, you got '70s. I used to say that I'd be walking to grammar school, like second grade, whatever it is. You got one passing car playing Led Zeppelin, and the other one playing like "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor. Like it was just a great time, even as a little kid, and I knew what I wanted to do even back then, but. I don't know if the '80s were that way so much. I don't recall that. It was either you got your music clicks, like everyone liked like freestyle music or like pop that, or some people like just metal because metal was getting more prevalent in the early '80s, that kind of thing. But the '70s was a little bit different. '70s was more like
Beach
it had a
Boys.
lot of heart. It had a lot of well, we were so stoned we don't know what we were doing, but people were still on acid from Woodstock from 1969, but it had grooved into it. But everything was groovy. No, I'm kidding, but it was just different. And it was, I realize that now. Sil probably knows too. It was just different. Not bad, different, not great. They're just different. And you see the progression in life and everything. But it was a little bit of something for everyone. and you listen to it. The radio stations and the DJs were great, especially in the New York area. You had Carol Miller, you had Tony Pig, you had Dan Ingram on ABC. This is when music was on um, AM. It used to be on AM. Then they changed the band, and it changed it. It was more powerful of a signal, so they switched music. This is like the maybe late 70s, I think 17, 79. They switched it to FM band, frequency modulator. That's what it stands for. And then they put just talk radio, news, and sports on AM. And they kind of they switched it out, so you could listen to like the Yankee game or something if you're out there. And then it would be like 10-10 wins. It would be all news and weather and everything, and then music on FM. And it was cool. And so the FM, that's how, because AM started first. So that's why that's sometimes the lower numbers and then jumps to like those real high numbers. And then the FM ones are kind of in between. Now you know. So I'm seeing that. You got free history lesson. And that's why it is what it is. So East Coast starts with a W. And once you get past Kansas City, I believe it is, or out there Midwest and going, it turns into K. So whether you're in the northern part, the southern part, it goes from left to right, kind of. So out there would be like KLOS, the station that I visited last month. That's a Southern California rock station. And over here it would be WPLJ 95.5. Like that's New York. So that's how they split that up. And it's always an odd number. The band will move sometimes for me. So it'll be point 0.3, point 0.5, point 0.7, point 0.9, never 6, 4, 2. It doesn't do it. It's always odd numbers. So that's why somebody caught that. They're like, that was a mistake in one of your ads. I'm like, yeah, it was. The lady put 88.6. I'm like, what? But that's true. So see that? You just got the free history. You can file that away with useless knowledge that you'll never need or care about, but you could just file it in there. But it's true. It is true. Anyway, so I'm going to take one last break right here. We'll make fun of some more people. I'm going to have a thing about Waffle House on here. Oh no, Waffle House is like I've done that drive when I lived in Florida from New Jersey to down to Florida and back like a billion times between flying and specifically driving. And then when you hit the Carolinas, you get Waffle Houses in Georgia. Man, the coffee is really good there. I love it.
I've
Uh,
never been to a Waffle House.
I guess it's just East Coast. I don't know, but it's definitely in the Carolinas, Georgia, northern parts of like by Jacksonville, Florida. That kind of thing. But yeah, it's nothing, no fancy bells or whistles or anything. It's just obviously they have waffles.
Waffle House.
Yeah. It's just it's like a breakfast plate. There's not a million things in the menu, but like they're
Right.
cooking bacon like 2 feet away from you and shit. It's like popping in your eye. It's fucking awesome. Yeah,
Oh, we got Denny's, we got Family Pancake House, we got IHOP. We don't have Waffle House.
International House of Pancake. Yes, we have IHOP and you have Denny's. They have that in Florida. In New Jersey, though, somewhat in New York, but New Jersey, we are the diner state. And I love diners because you could get anything at any time. You want breakfast for dinner, you want dinner for breakfast. It doesn't matter. I don't know how they do it, and it comes out within like 35 seconds.
New
Brand new.
York too.
Do they have a lot? Because we are known
Yeah,
as
we
that.
have a lot of diners.
There's a couple of shitty ones, but most of them are awesome. And you can have whatever you want. And it's not going to blow out the bank. Now it's more expensive. Everything is. But yeah, diners are great. I love it. Just get whatever you want. The food's fresh. It's good. And I miss that because I haven't even seen one out here in
Yeah, we
Arizona.
got kind of a classic diner over here. I like it. I think
Mhm.
it's pretty cool. It's got kind of like 60s vibe or something. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the older ones when they have that kind of thing, it's more like 50s bellhop kind of thing, and then going into the 60s, you are correct. And you could bring like your kids, or you could go on a date. Like it doesn't matter. It's like you don't have to dress up. It's a little bit of everything for everybody, and I love that kind of thing. You're in, you're out, you're not there all day. Get whatever you want, and the menu goes on for friggin' ever. There's like 16 pages of shit. I do it. I'll have the rack of lamb and hot dogs, like whatever it is, and
Yeah.
there's a kid menu. It's
I want to
basically
go back to them wearing roller skates, though. That'd be fun to see.
what is it called? What was it?
Wearing roller skates to serve food.
All right, you're scaring me. All right. Anyway, but it's not. Well, yeah, they did it. That's all. That's bellhop stuff. Well, not bell. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know
was in
what
the
do they call that.
50s.
Yeah, what did they
Oh,
call it? It's
was it
not
50s?
bellhop.
Okay.
What was it called? So not bellhop. I got the wrong name. When they come out and they take your order and stuff, and you're in the car. What is that called?
Not was it not drive through? Oh my God, I can't think.
All right, good ad lib. Anyway, we're going to take a break. And
Drive-in?
Sorry.
what is it?
Was it a drive-in?
No, it's not. No, a drive-in is movies. No, it's It's not somebody. If someone's listening, maybe they can figure it out. I don't know. I got the wrong bellhop. That's not what that is. It's when they come out and not road hop. Oh, me, all the drugs I did in the '80s just friggin' took over. I can't remember
Yeah,
shit.
some of those 80s are a blur.
What do you mean some? Anyway, well, for me, it was the '90s. When I was in college, it was like forget about it. I was DJing at night. I was working in clubs. I was going to school during the day. This is after. This is when I got hurt and everything like that. So I was in, in the army and everything. And then I come out of that, and then it was just I don't remember shit. Okay, let's just. But there was like cool music, and I think I graduated. And by the way, you were married. Oh, cool, rock on, baby. And then that was it. I don't really remember much after that. The end of the
Car
'90s.
hop. Car
Is that
hop
it?
is what,
Did you look it
yep,
up?
that's what Diana said in the comments.
I do. I could count on her.
Was it a car hop? Is that
I
what they
I
used to
didn't know
call it?
that's what it's called, but she's probably right. I knew
Maybe.
it's hop, but I didn't know if it was bell hop. No, she's probably right. Diana's pretty good with that kind of stuff. Okay. I thought it was going to be something more extravagant than that. Maybe it is. Maybe it is car hop. I believe her. Well, I don't know. Anyway, they would come out and they take your order and all that. And then they did that like Stewart's root beer and places like that where you roll your window halfway down and they come over with the tray and they put the tray up there. You know what I mean? Like and your food for the family and everything is on the tray.
Yeah, they
Um,
still do that. They still do that kind of at Sonic.
Right, exactly. A place like that, brings like that '50s thing. Well, this all started with you and the goddamn roller skates, but this is what jogged my memory because that's what they did. Now they walk over. I actually saw that at an In and Out Burger out here. I came out here for it was the end of 2022. I was out here twice, once to visit, once for the Super Bowl, and the we went and I don't think they normally do that there, but it was so backed up or whatever because there was a lot of people in town that they were coming over and writing down what you wanted. Like they were taking your order, like they were coming up to the driver's side. I kid you not. I took a picture of it because I was like, whoa. Yep. I took a picture of a tumbleweed. I'm not shitting you. I have it somewhere on my phone, somewhere in my Google photo. They're like, what are you doing? Went to like a Texas Roadhouse something. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, that's a tumbleweed. She goes, yeah. I said, well, I've never seen one. Can I touch it? She goes, I guess. I'm over there taking pictures. I stick out like a sore thumb. I got my Yankee hat on. Like, yeah, I'm not from the East Coast. And I'm like, oh my God, look, it's a cactus. She's like, oh, for Christ's sake. It's just like, because I don't use it. I'm like, she goes, don't touch it. I'm like, there's got to be a part where I can touch it. Nope. Idiot, Greg. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. She's like, well, what the? It's a cactus. It's not like it is. There's a picture of me. This is me to a T. There's a picture. There's like two mannequins, and it's outside. They're dressed as cowboys. It was like a souvenir type of places or whatever, and a big sign on the bench that says, "Do not sit or touch anything." And the picture is of me sitting on the bench with my arm around both mannequins, like "Rock on, baby." And that right there, folks, is Greg. That's it.
That's Greg.
Uh, yeah, I'm not going to put her comment on there because obviously she's not ready for prime time. We're not putting it on there, but that is what it is. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Bean in the Morning. I'm hanging out with Silvana and with Katie. Yeah. Amex and Chickpea. Look at that. It's beautiful. Going to come up with a name. Diane has been hanging around like a spider. We might have to include her a little bit more. We'll call her Spider Lady. Spider Woman. Back in 5.
Tune in to the Mean Machine Radio Show on New Jersey 88 WGAT, where the spirit of the 70s, 80s, and 90s comes alive. Relive your favorite hits with the man himself, Jersey's voice of choice, our own Gregory Joseph, and celebrate the unforgettable soundtracks of Gen X. Join us for music, memories, and much more. Don't miss out. It's the ultimate trip down memory lane. Don't be a lazy bastard and rock on, baby. Turn on the volume and let the music take control.
Yeah, well, no music to take control, but I'll try to, like I said a little bit earlier. All right, welcome back. This is Meet in the Morning. I am Gregory Joseph. You are not. I'm hanging out with Silvana and Katie this morning right here. It is, well, it's a little bit, it's like 1 minute past 1 o'clock on the East Coast, 10:02. Oh, it just changed on the West Coast. Yes, I'll be live from LA. It looks like I just got an email. And that will be, I guess, I don't know what day next week. It'll be one of these days. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but it's going to be going. The show goes on no matter what. So for those that missed it earlier, right now you can see the link that is on my Twitter page or X page, whatever you want to call it. And that's where we are right now, which is at Mean Machine Radio on YouTube and at WGAT Mean Radio for those listening in a little bit later on when it goes on iHeart. And actually, this one will probably go on Spotify and Amazon Music. So that's Mean Machine Radio Network. Anyway, all right. So we were just talking about a couple of different things. I guess we lost Katie. I don't know if she had to go. And well, she was like a guest, but that's okay. Maybe she lost power or connection, or maybe she had to go. Oh, no, she's back. You've been gone for almost 30 seconds and I missed you. So she's back. All right. So anyway, we're yeah, we're just making fun of some stuff. It's just like regular stuff that you see in the news and everything like that. And it's just the things that people are thinking or want to say and they don't. Well, we don't have that problem here. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. All right, so that's a little bit of Full Metal Jacket from 1987. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern, nothing but 80s. It starts. You'll see the ad in about 2 hours, something like that. We're gonna post that out, and then people can repost it. We'll put it in the Good Morning Room, as I like to call it, and then we'll blast it out to all of our heavy hitters there, and we'll try to cross post it. Oh, what a absolute great idea that is! Anyway, all right, so we have to wrap it up because we went a little bit. We got a little bit of a late start, so we have about 5 minutes, not even so. Any last thoughts or feelings on anything that we mentioned? Well, we talked about COVID. There was a bunch of different things. Oh, she popped out again. So she must be having a connection problem. That happens. Sil, any final thoughts? Who would you like to add?
Do you really want my final thoughts? No.
I do, but I don't at the same time. No, I mean, I know
It's
you.
scary, right? You
No,
never
it's
know what you're going to get.
life. Yeah, Sylvana's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get inside there. Well, you kind of know. You know it's going to be. It's going to be kind of.
Sarcastic, rude, and sometimes threatening.
Yeah, well, that's for Brooklyn. I guess Katie's having some connection problems.
I think
Uh,
so.
for those that are listening in that don't know, right now, okay, this will be offensive, but right now Katie's doing the all in and out. Got it? All right, that's what she's popping in and out here. What I mean by that is onto the screen. So yes, it's called innuendo. It's not your endo. I'm talking about innuendo. Anyway, yeah, I was not scared that you were going to say what you were going to say, Silvana. I wasn't really sure. Oh boy, well, so nice they put her in here twice. I don't know what that's all about, but we there's a blank screen.
She's definitely having connection issues.
Yeah, well, she's here in spirit. Nice
That's
picture.
it.
Yeah, it's a little picture. Look at our little chickpea there. She's cool. Anyway, yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. I guess you'll be around Friday and Saturday for that because you don't leave the house, right? So
Well, I'm going to have family here
talk to me about
on
it.
tomorrow. So I'll kind of be in and out. We're going to
They
be
all in and out.
barbecuing,
Hmm.
blowing up shit. You know, it is the 4th of July.
We're gonna be blowing up, shit. And that's inside. Imagine outside. What you gonna do?
Exactly.
Oh, what do you have? What do you put? Like you throw stuff out, like in the
What
backyard?
are we not cooking? That's the question. Actually, I have to start that a little later.
What are
I
you
gotta
gonna you
prep.
prepare? Okay,
I gotta prep my things, you know.
I do. So what you got? Like, let's see, you got like chicken that you put on, which is like gasoline when it goes onto a barbecue grill. Like
Chicken, we're doing ribs, we're doing, you know, the usual hamburger, hot dogs, steaks. I'm gonna make
steaks
some,
too.
of
Shit.
course,
Oh,
homemade potato salad. My niece is making the pasta salad. We're gonna have a whole
mm.
bunch of sides. You know, it doesn't end.
Macaroni salad, potato salad, regular salad. Yeah, and we have
Yes.
yeah. So you have hot dogs, you have hamburgers, like cheeseburgers, that kind of thing. I throw a bunch of crap on mine too. I love grilling. I'm like, I have like little apron and everything. It says "Go away." Um, yeah, I want it medium, whatever. Just go sit down. And I know what I'm doing. I love it. If I could put soup on the grill, I would. I love grilling. I had a huge Weber grill, really nice, like 6 burners. I had to leave it behind. We couldn't fit it in storage. I was running out of time, so we just left it. So whoever's got it, that's at that house now that I was renting, you. And no, I mean enjoy it is what I meant. That's the kind of word. Yeah, my washer, my dryer, my refrigerator in the basement, everything. I left the freezer. So once
Oh,
again,
damn.
you. No, I mean enjoy it. It's great. I'm sure they changed the locks. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so it's just stuff. But yeah, I love barbecue. I love grilling. I'm a very good cook, not just Italian food. I could cook a lot of. I love cooking in a wok. You girls cook in a wok, like just throw a bunch
I
of
Yes.
haven't done that in
Yes. It's
years.
the easiest form of cooking.
It is. It is easy, and I have a really, really nice wok too, where it's not like smooth, like it's got like the divot, so the oil goes underneath or whatever, and then the food stays on the top, so it glides in. No, it's really, it's got like the cherry wood handle, a bunch of shit that I don't really need, but it's really. I'm like, okay, time to cook, and I'm like doing like Iron Chef stuff. You. So and then, but listen, I julienne. Yeah, I know what that is. I julienne. This and the carrots and little thing, those
It's
little
very
baby corn.
forgiving. You can throw anything in there, leftovers, whatever.
Yeah, it's like a you could. And so I make the strips. I'll make like strips of like beef and chicken or pork, whatever it is, even shrimp. And you call that, and then you braise the meat, or then you take it out of there. Then you do the vegetables, and you steam it up, and then you take that out of there. And you're blanching them first. Of course, I do that with the broccoli and everything, so it's not like a piece of moldy little soft crap, but you don't want it like raw where it takes out a molar. You kind of go in between. So
It's a balance.
I love Brussels sprouts. You girls like Brussels? I do. I
I
really do.
do.
Yes.
You do?
I
Yeah.
love
Ever roast them?
Oh, what are you kidding me? I'm going to do that in like an hour. Only if I had them, I would. But the fresh ones you buy, not the stuff that's in the. I mean, sometimes
Exactly.
you don't have a choice, but the other ones are big. They're like little bombs. They're like
It's
little
sad
pine
because
cones.
my gut can't handle it anymore, but my two favorite things ever is garlic and Brussels sprouts, and I can't have either of them now.
Garlic is like a superfood. Seriously, I can't even go down the list of how many health benefits. No, it's not going to be cool to like grab you and kiss you or something if you have that garlic, but
Oh yeah. Or what about artichokes? I love
I
artichokes.
like artichokes too. But I'm telling you right now, but seriously, yeah, it might not be good to stand next to, but man, garlic, because it's coming out of your pores and everything else, but it's so good for your insides. It really, really is. It's really awesome.
Yeah. It is if your gut can handle it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, well, some people can and can't. It all depends.
It is good for you though, I agree.
Yeah, no, I'm
For
just
the
looking at,
average human.
I'm just looking at something that shouldn't be. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Sorry, it was someone asking for music. Duh, we don't do music. Anyway, but that's tomorrow, so they need to take a nap. Anyway, it's yeah, I love putting everything that you can in, but as far as the grill is concerned, like I can go out there and do like you have that side burner too, so you can throw like a pot of water in there and put like corn on the cob, whatever. I do that. I wrap them in aluminum foil and you put it on the top rack so they kind of like
Ooh.
they don't burn and shit. And you put like the butter and whatever in there, and yeah. Now I'm starving. Appreciate it, but it's
You ever make
No,
the
yeah.
Mexican street corn?
I have, yeah, where you take the sides.
Really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
what's the
good.
difference? What is that? I want to
All
know.
right, go ahead,
It's a
Sil.
lot of seasoning.
Ooh, now I really want some.
You don't you well, you use a little bit of butter, but you use a lot of mayo in that too.
I never put mayo in it. That
You
sounds
Mayo.
have?
Oh, I don't
Huh.
know. That must be a New
That's the way
York.
they do it, though.
Well, I'm not
I'll try
Mexican. How
it.
the hell do I know? But
You got to ask them. That's what I do.
yeah.
That's how.
Hey, K pasta. What do you put like in there?
Well, Italian and Spanish are pretty similar. You could kind of get the gist.
Oh, I get the gist, all right. Except I would have to leave my neighborhood to get the gist. But I'm just saying, I don't know.
Mhm.
I have no idea. Look, I've seen it where they chop like just the sides, like the whole, like one, two, three, four, like a butcher's knife, and they take it so that it's not individual corn, like it just, you know what I mean, like it's a whole sheet of it or whatever. That's kind of cool. And then you put them on the grill. Now, if you put pineapple on pizza, we will fight, but pineapple grilled, like grilled pineapple, like with the grill marks. That's not bad. That's pretty good. It'll stick like shit to the grill, and you have to sit there with like a machete and try to get the shit off. But it really is. It's sad though. I've had that. Like I said, I'll throw anything. I saw an asshole put lettuce on a grill. What the is wrong with you? Why would
Lettuce?
you put lettuce?
Lettuce?
Yeah, lettuce. What the hell is that? That ain't
Oh
Italian.
my
It's not
god.
Mexican. That's just stupid, is what that is. So why would you grill lettuce?
We're gonna go to that whole scenario
Oh,
again.
for
That's
Christ's
what you
sake.
call a.
An
Oh, yes.
asshole.
Yeah.
There you
Oh my
go.
God, Katie! How dare you? Get a bar of soap, wash your mouth.
I
That's
will corrupt her in no time.
no
Don't you
shit.
worry.
By the way, she might go from chickpea to corn niblet at this point. I'm
Oh no.
teetering. I'm teetering. Look,
No.
if you heard some of the names of some of the other people, yeah, catch your blessings. But it's yeah, we had Shrinky Dinks. We had what we had Gogurt. It was one girl, Triangle Tracy. You don't want to know why. Yeah, I had a whole list of them. I read
Oh dear.
30 years of nicknames. I don't have the paper with me. It's in storage where it belongs. No, but it's yeah, I did it one day. People were pissing their pants. I mean, there was some really good ones like Peter, Peter, Paul, and Harry.
Lovely. That's a nice one.
Puff, the tragic dragon. Yes, we had some good ones over the year, and these are people that I knew. There was violin. It was a guy named Lenny, and he always had a violin. He plays, so we called him violin. I know, stupid, but yeah, every day is a dad joke around here. I asked my son, I'm like, he goes, "That's a dad joke." I'm like, "Why?" Because I said it. I'm your father. He goes, "No, because it's corny and it's retarded and it's a dad joke." I'm like, "Fine," but somebody won. Nicole won the gift certificate, the $50 Amazon gift card a few weeks ago for the best dad joke. So people miss it. That's why people, when they go into the Mean Life, that's the community room that's pinned to my page and others. Um, yeah, that's where we the gift cards, the giveaways, sometimes tickets if we have them. We're going to get into all that very soon. You got to be in that community to be. That's who gets first choice. So there you go. It's a good idea to get in there. It's approaching. I don't even know how many people in there. It doesn't matter. But anyway, it's good. People are posting in there and everything, and there's a lot of new people, and it's fun. It's a little something for everybody. It's not just for Gen X. It's for everyone. I've said, music is for everybody, and it's that feeling. It's that time warp that you go into, and people, and places, and different smells, and sights, and everything. That music brings that back for you. That's time well spent. I'm in that position where I bring that to people, and it's a great honor actually because I mean I don't speak to like, well, what do you think about Gen X? But I'm like, I don't speak for an entire generation. Maybe I should. Everybody else, and we're awesome. How's that? Does that work for you? There you go. Ta-da!
It does
We're done.
work for me.
It's not really true. Yeah. So it's social media, not anti social media. So no DMs, FAFO, no Bitcoin, no porn. Don't go near me. Don't touch me. Don't breathe near me. Enough already with that shit. What is all that? All the stuff that you can. It's like the most negative ones of mine. No crypto. If I see that, I'm going to send you crypto. If I see no porn, I'm going to send it. And if I see no DMs, I'm going to hammer you because you're an idiot. Stop it. We already know. Nobody wants that. Yes. Can I please have my porno and Bitcoin a la carte? Thank you. Nobody does that. Why do you put that in there? Hey, don't you go near me. Like, okay, so why are you on here then? For us to stare at your stupid AI picture? Like, it's social media, not anti social media. I will eat your face. You know what I mean? I don't
I
know.
do.
Maybe that's just me. Well, that's really you. You look. I can't tell if you're in a good mood in that picture or aggravated,
I
Silvana.
told you I have this resting bitch face down to a science.
I can't tell
It's
if
a
you're
New York
happy.
thing. You have to have it. It's a must.
I don't. I think I have that too. They augmented that. Is how I look for the most part. I just they augment the gray out of my beard. That is true.
You
But
know, I didn't think I had one, and then one day, a younger girl says to me, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm just here." And then she's like, like, what is going on? Are you sad? Like, yeah, are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm literally just sitting here thinking." Like, well, whatever it is looks painful. That's what she said to me. I was like, "Oh,
it looks painful.
okay."
He said, "Yes, I'm sorry. I just had a little bit of gas. That'll get them to shut up." Yeah, but that's yeah. I don't know. I mean, so I mean, I mean, obviously, you're both very pretty women. But what I'm saying is, when people see, you know what, I don't even have the energy to go through it. You
I
get it.
mean, you've been on the subway here in New York, have you not?
Yeah, I survived it. Why?
Okay, but I'm saying you need to have that face on the subway, or you're gonna have some freaking lunatic that just got on the train and they're gonna freaking sit right next to you. You want to make sure you have that resting bitch face so he knows that he's not to fuck with you.
Yeah. Listen, look.
I'm not the one.
Don't sit next to me. God damn it. Nope. Nope. The seat's
Exactly.
taken.
Exactly. If you want to live to see tomorrow, no.
That's why she's Amex. I don't leave home without her. My internet bodyguard. Where I go, she goes. And let me tell you something. You think I'm
Teach
bad?
me
When
your
you get a load
ways.
of her, oh my God, you really don't want to get her upset. Let her stick with resting bitch face. And then
But
asking Katie,
it's
what's
true
wrong?
what
Are
I'm
you
saying,
okay?
though. I mean, come on, you've been on New York City subways. There, you know,
I could be
that's like,
standing in line at the supermarket. It's the same thing. You ever see the people that are cashing you out? Some of them are nice, and then there's others that are like, "Oh my God, you're constipated, aren't you?" You know, like I don't know. It's I'm just saying. Just saying. This is
It's funny
observation.
though because some people do give that expression like, "Oh my God, they're gonna bite my head off," and then you start talking to them and they crack a smile and they start joking and they're the nicest people and you're like, "Oh, okay, not so bad."
Yeah, they're not so bad. And then you got the kind that you want to knock out their chiclets. You know what I mean? Oh my God, real quick, as we were talking about this, up on the thing says hostess. I swear to God, it says hostess. Limited time summer treat is back on shelves after 3 years. Oh my God. You think I'm kidding? Hold on a second. Here we go. I didn't see this come up. We just happened to be. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. That way you don't think I don't think I would lie, but bang. Told you.
is it
Look
the
at
actual company?
well, let's read it. Shall we? Okay, real quick,
Yes.
because we're running out of time.
Let's.
Benjamin's having a fit over there. Tell him to sit down. I run this joint. All right, this says something. There's something. Sorry, Benjamin. Sorry. He's like, oh yeah, I'll shut you down. Sorry, dude. Not sorry. There's something about a packaged snack cake that takes you right back. Yeah, right back to the doctor. Now, says it takes you right back, whether it's the fluffy filling. Oh, this turned into soft porn. It's the fluffy filling of a Twinkie, the powdered sugar from a donut. What's a donut? Is it those little donuts? Is that a donut? Seriously, we can't say little donuts? Or the bright pink coconut coating of a snowball. Snowballs were cool. Remember those?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Rock on, baby. But one limited edition treat in the hostess lineup dials up the nostalgia even more, combining a classic snack cake, with the flavors of childhood summertime favorite, the s'more. Oh, we're not even talking about. We're not even talking about what do you call it?
Twinkies. What the hell?
No, it's not.
Bring on the Twinkies.
All right, calm down. Easy there, killer. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can share my screen with. Wait a minute. Let me replace this with. There we go. This is what came up. See? This crap out of here. Dismissed. All right.
That's not the crap we were looking for.
No. Well, that's what came up. It said s'mores. Okay. What kind of retard even named that? S'mores. We want s'mores. You just punch her in the face. Oh, for Christ's sake. No, I don't want to send a recipe. What are you, retarded? It's like 4 items. Graham crackers. What recipe? Marshmallows, graham crackers. Are you serious, dude?
Oh
This is the
Lord,
shit I'm
help
talking
me.
about. A classic worth making on repeat. Everybody loves s'mores. And they're so incredibly easy to make. Right. That's why I don't need the goddamn recipe. I like to place them in the microwave for about 30 seconds or so, just to help the chocolate melt a little bit more. Thank you for sharing your recipe. You are a moron. Okay. You don't need a recipe for it. What recipe? You got Chef Mike making it. That's the microwave. Call him Chef Mike. But let's go back to the recipe just to indulge me for a minute.
Have you guys ever added Rolos to your s'mores though?
And Rolos. Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
old school. No, I prefer Mike and Ike's on mine are good and plenty. Thank you very much. Prep time, 3 minutes. Cook time, 2 minutes. Total time, five. Gee, really? Let's add that in. Three plus two is
9.
5 minutes. Oh my God. What the? Anyways.
32?
Oh, yeah, if you add the name, that was funny. Ingredients: one large marshmallow. Yeah, the one it replaced your medulla oblongata, apparently. One graham cracker and one 1.5 ounce bar of chocolate candy bar. Directions: gather all ingredients. No, go through them on the couch. There it is. In case you don't understand three goddamn ingredients, there you go. Retards. All right. Anyway, heat marshmallow over an open flame until it begins to brown and melt. Actually, I remember that from like camp and stuff like that. I was always the one that ate the one that was like charred to death, like Chucky at the end of Chucky. Yeah, like
Those are the best ones.
yeah, just
Oh
it's like
no,
there's like
y'all are one of those.
I love graham cracker crust with like a pudding pie, like vanilla pudding or something in a graham cracker crust.
Do you guys actually eat the charred part, or you like pull that part off and just have it in the
I
middle?
I eat the stick and everything. It's great. All right. So step three: break graham cracker in half. Sandwich chocolate between graham cracker and hot marshmallow. Allow marshmallow to cool a little bit before eating. Let's stop right there. What the? No. Make sure it's as hot as mercury, and then put it in your mouth. You head. You see why I can't? I just can't. I don't like leaving the house. I can't. Nutritional facts. You're gonna get okay, done. That's it. It's 38 grams of carbs. Yep. So just go shoot. It comes with a little insulin pen. Do that, and you're good to go. Don't worry. They have it at CVS because they're all about health. But a bunch of them.
Exactly.
So there you go. You want the recipe, girls, or do you want me to? Will you
Oh,
remember the
I
date?
definitely need that recipe.
It's a recipe for disaster right at your house. Anyway, real quick because we're almost out of time. What are you? You making chicken tomorrow? Like you put that on the grill. What about you, Katie? You gonna cook a little bit, or what do you got going on?
My daughter does not like the sound of fireworks, so I mostly am just gonna pick up some sparklers. I'm gonna do just something that she likes. She doesn't like grilling. She doesn't like to eat meat, so I'm just gonna have something she'll like to eat,
Well,
mac and cheese or something like
she's
that.
really little. Actually, I
Yeah,
prefer sitting at the kids' table. You kidding me? It took me all those years,
yeah.
like on Thanksgiving stuff, to get to the adult table. I'm like, this is bullshit. I want to go sit down and have the chicken nuggets, the macaroni and cheese. I want the
Yeah,
pudding.
we're
I
gonna
want
have
that.
mac and cheese,
Yeah,
probably, get do all the fun little sparklers and the fountains and the poppets and stuff like that,
yeah,
and then
that's
have and then get to bed by 8 o'clock. So,
well. That if she could even sleep, because I'm sure that stuff's gonna be
oh
banging out
yeah,
all
well I
night
have
long.
no noise canceling headphones for her just ready. So,
Wish I had life canceling headphones. It'd be even better. Cancel people. Well, she's still little. She might grow into like in like
yeah,
seeing like if you take it to one. I know it's very some of them are very very loud. I get that, but like how beautiful it is. Like she'll see it up in the sky. Guarantee
yeah,
she might like
she'll
something.
watch them from a distance. She just doesn't like being up close and
Yeah.
just
No, that could be very, very loud. Yeah, that would be disturbing for it's, and I feel bad for like dogs and stuff because I mean their hearing is like, and it's like super powered, and that really my dogs used to go nuts. I would put them in the back, and they were like, ooh, they would like howl and shit, like it bothered them. What are you gonna do? Put earmuffs on them? They try to eat them, so you can't.
They have those little things for the dogs now too. They it's kind of weird.
With things.
They wrap their little ears in these little headphones to cancel. I swear to you, I'm not joking. I swear.
All right, we'll bring one of those on tomorrow. We'll have him as a guest DJ. We'll bring him on.
Either.
Oh my
I
god.
really should have thought of to buy one for. Well, Roscoe does not like fireworks. The other one is cracked out. He don't give a shit.
He's correct.
He is. Riggs is cracked out. Nothing bothers him.
See that?
Nothing.
See that, folks? These chicks are cool, or are they not? I mean, they just let it fly. That's what we do here. I mean, that's just like, you have the right people when they have thick skin. You don't have to worry about. Oh my god, I'm offended. I'm offended. She said crack. She said crack. I can't.
They won't last 5 minutes in a conversation with me then.
Yeah, hi, I'm Silvana. What the are you looking at? Oh, hi.
Exactly.
That's like a term of endearment in Jersey. You know what I mean? That's like because
You know what's
honestly,
wrong
like
with them? You know what's wrong with them?
what?
Say it, Silver. We'll say it in
They're
unison.
assholes.
They're assholes.
Nice lead in. There you go. See, they're working in
See, I told
unison.
you I would corrupt her.
I know. Everyone look oh, look at how adorable it is. But what you don't know, that yes, she's adorable. But what you don't know is she's got that evil side, and that's the part that I learned. Like, yeah, rock on. It's awesome because you can. It's good. It feels good. You don't understand the power of the dark side. Anyway, we're going to probably end it here. Well, maybe they do. But anyway, I wanted to say thanks for obviously our little silver bell, Silvana, for stopping by. And
Yep.
of course, yeah, because that was like last second too. And of course, our corn niblet slash almost hummus slash chickpea, uh, Katie, stop
The
by.
evolving name. I'm the evolution. I'm Pokemon now.
All right, Pikachu, calm down. Anyway, so let's we're gonna go. No, but look, I appreciate you stopping by. It was nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Two people that are way prettier than me, and I had them with us on the show today. So there you go. It's beautiful. So hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Now I'm just gonna go vegetate and drink more coffee. I like to drink a lot of coffee to wind down, but it was a little bit of everything, a little bit of fun. So remember that. What did we? Let's review. So Twinkies are not what they used to be. People can't read. If there's something that's three ingredients, you need the goddamn recipe, and you can't make change if you were born after 1989. Pretty much that was everything. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a couple of things here and there. If you want to watch or replay this show and any subsequent shows, which is audio only at this point, you could go to Mean Machine Radio Network or Mean Machine Radio Show. That is on Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. On those platforms, you can always go to, it'll be on at Mean Machine Radio. That is on YouTube. We have a lot of serious stuff on there too. So we kind of hedge everything. We have some important things next week. We're going to have an RN on and talking about back injuries and everything. And a beautiful woman that it's just terrible. It's really terrible what had happened, and she's agreed to come on with me, and we're going to be live. We're going to be live on YouTube and X and on the air all at the same time, simultaneously is the word. And you're going to meet her. I'm not going to say who it is yet, but you'll figure it out soon enough. But that's next week. I believe that's next Wednesday. We're going to do some more stuff with Kim Kelly, aka Double K, the stuff about child trafficking and everything. We're going to have more victims on. I don't call them that, survivors, victims. I call them heroes. We're going to have them back on again. I'm going to be doing a TikTok, I think, with somebody else. I've declined a couple of speaking engagements, but some I'm going to do. I just don't have the time. So I'm not being pretentious. I just don't have the time. They've been asking me to do another space. I will try to do one, but it ain't going to be this week. Maybe I'll try to do one on Sunday or something about keto and intermittent fasting. A lot of people have asked about that. The demons and dreams. That one is always a popular one. Let's see what I can do. As long as these chicks right here attend, I guess we could give the thumbs up for that. But they got to be there. If they don't, I will cry like a little bitch. So hopefully they'll show up. And we'll have some other ones. We have some new people that are sliding in and other people that are on their way out. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun though. So between the music, the interviews, and the little morning show that we have here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 o'clock Eastern time till about 1, whatever. And so that'll be fun. But please stop by tomorrow. It starts around 4 o'clock, a little bit earlier than that. Nothing but 80s. So if you like the 80s, this will be the place for you. And you don't have to watch it the whole time. You can just listen to it. So while Silvana's barbecuing, she could listen to her Mean Machine. See that? Look at that segue. That was
I
nice.
definitely have it on. I'll pop in and out.
That's what she said. All right, so we're good to
Of
go.
course.
Yeah, well, that's not that. I don't want to. Hey, look, you should just listen to it the whole goddamn day, okay? I don't want to hear it.
You really
I'm gonna
want to
tell you.
go down. You really want to go down that road.
Sorry, we're out of time. So we're gonna see you. Anyway, all right. So, and anybody's gonna get butt hurt, don't listen. But it'll be fine. Everything's gonna be good. So we'll end it right there. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Silvana. Ladies and gentlemen, two of our rockin' ladies. If you're a cool dude or a rockin' chick, you have made it onto the show with me. That's saying something. What it's saying, I have no idea, but it's saying something. But anyway, it's always a lot of fun, and don't take life so seriously. It really keep it simple and stupid. Kiss, a little kiss. Stop by for the 80s stuff and then 70s, 80s, 90s. Mean Machine Mix. That will be on Saturday night on 88.7 FM, WGAT. I am your hostess with the mostest. See that segue? Hostess, huh? It's a Jersey thing, baby. I am really, really good at that stuff. I am. I swear to God, I am. But anyway, I appreciate everybody here. All right, let's calm down a little bit. That was the older one. Say, we didn't change that one yet. That guy sounds like he's constipated. Anyway, we'll be back next Tuesday for that, and we will see you tomorrow right here at WGAT. All right, take it easy. Have a great day. Be safe out there. If you're going to be blowing up shit, remember it's only a crime if you get convicted. Just remember that it's all going to be fine. So we will see you tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern time, 1 o'clock on the West Coast. Nothing but 80s at WGAT Meme Radio. It'll be streaming on a 7-second delay from my page. And of course, if you're local, it's 88.7 FM in New Jersey. How you doing? So what are you looking at, State? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and thanks for being here on Mean in the Morning. We will see you soon. Rock on, baby.
You're listening to the Mean Machine Radio Show, hosted by Gregory Joseph on New Jersey, 88.6 WGAT Rock On, baby. Holy crap! You're listening to New Jersey 88.7 FM WGAT with your voice of choice, Gregory Joseph. Rock On, baby.